Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yo, we are back with the CrashOut podcast. I know I have been MIA, but work was going hella crazy for me. They had your boy working damn near 14 days straight.
You abandoned us.
Graveyard shift.
My eyes hurt, but hey, man, the paycheck is gonna be fat. But you already know. We are back with the CrashOut podcast. If any of you guys could refresh me on the specific episode number, that would be nice.
65.
Alright, we are back with episode 55, y'all. But you already know I go by the name of Nano_Blaster. Mr. Sammy, let them know.
How's it going, y'all? You know, I never left like Nano did, so I've been here. You're resident Afro Samurai in the building. Appreciate you guys. Every week we've been here. Love you guys. Miss you guys. This is my favorite time of the week, as per usual. And I'm just excited to get into these topics and talk with the boys again. What's up, Angel?
Yo, it's very funny as hell. I never left. Damn.
Like I never left, y'all. Caleb, what's up?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Caleb Black Flash. You know, back at it. Been taking a little bit of a hiatus. It's been good. You know, I had a birthday on the 15th, so been enjoying that.
Happy birthday.
You know, some.
Damn, it was your birthday on the 15th?
Hell yeah.
You don't tell
Most people
nobody.
don't know.
Happy birthday, bro.
Hey, man. Hey,
If you don't mind putting it out there.
I was born in 1995.
You old bitch.
So,
Okay.
you know, if people want to do the math, they can do the math. But, you know, I'm a 90s baby.
You're 95, you're my brother's age.
I know exactly how old you are since I am a 95 as well.
Exactly, me too.
Birthday, Mr.
I started us off this year with the 95.
Appreciate it.
Damn. If that's the case. Damn. That means you hit the big number, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. His back's going to start.
That's why you quiet. That's why I got, talking about he didn't tell nobody. I'll be like, yeah.
You don't want to know. You don't want nobody to know. Shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with Caleb, man. It just means you're that much wiser.
Hey, you know what that means? That means I'm not going to get drafted. So while y'all drafted, we're going to be playing freaking Grand Theft Auto 6. Let me stop.
That's crazy.
6 will be out. I don't know.
He's not wrong. That's why I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. Y'all can worry about saving the world. I'll sit there and play video games.
Hey, I got to give the soldiers something to watch. We'll be streaming our gameplay.
Exactly. You never know. We might be playing with them. They'd be on the base and shit.
But yeah, it's good to be back. Definitely going. We got some interesting topic. We ain't gonna go too long today, but we, gonna be short and sweet. But we got a lot of sweetness, overload on the sugar and the Kool-Aid. Put about 3 cups in it.
Oh,
but yeah,
that's. You like that?
Go ahead and finish for us if you like it like that. Go ahead, let the people know who you are.
Hey,
Damn,
Speedstorm. Yo, what's good, everybody? We got a nice podcast ready for you to go. Not much really topic wise, but don't worry about it, yo. We'll still have a lot of spicy conversations and a lot of hype, surrounding a lot of different things, in the gaming entertainment world. So without further ado, let's get tonight started. Welcome everybody. Maisie's in the chat. How we doing? Hope you guys all have a fantastic Wednesday, and let's get it down to popping. Welcome to the CrashOut.
Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. and the drummer. We talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja. We drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy. One wingers with the family. Black flash jamming like a lammy. Nano always understanding. Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, to getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, to getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out.
All right. When we ain't here. Hey, I get stuff. Damn, that's how much of a delay we are that it's already done to my end, but your end is still playing.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Like the song said, if you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Oh, you hated on
Hey.
But first off, we got our first topic. We got Disney Speedstorm. I guess new. You know, we are in the part 2 of the car season, which featured racer Maui. So you know, if you want to get your car's character Maui, you know, then now's your chance. You know, $9 golden pass. But that's what's new this week. Also, Tollmater, he is the Tails event racer. So if you do complete the Tails event, you'll get some shards. That'll be your way to unlock him that way. And then if you want to get Cruz Ramirez, you can try her out, I guess, on chapter 1 of the season 2 at level 20. But just like Lightning McQueen was in the part 1 of the card season, they'll give out 6 shards throughout the season tour, and then you'll probably have to get the other 4 throughout whatever events they do for part 2. So, you know, yeah, if you want to get those characters, you can try that. Also, Tollmater in regulated, you can try him out level 50 if you do want to see how he is, and he's busted. Like I said, he's definitely probably the strongest cars racer. Not only is he the fastest character in the game, he has the fastest auto, I believe, and yeah, he has a hook. So yeah, he's busted. So definitely try him out.
Caleb, will you be able to unlock them?
$10.
Tollmater probably not. Cruz.
You said $10?
Yeah, for Tollmater, he's in the shop for $10.
Oh, hell
I'd
no.
probably, unless I get him through the Tails event and whatever like events they, you know, shell out, I'll probably not gonna get him. I'm probably gonna get Cruz, because if she's like Lightning McQueen, I'll probably get her eventually. I'll probably have a time trial just like it had for Lightning. I'll get the 6 shards in the season tour.
It used to cost $10 for a golden pass to get 5 characters. Now it costs $10 to get 1 character. Ooh.
Yep.
Well, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's $10 for part 1 for 1 character, and then another $10 for their part 2 character. So it's technically $20.
No, Angel. Back then we used to get 4 to 5 characters for 1 season for $10.
Man, how many seasons ago that was though?
Season 6.
Yeah, we're on season 20 right now, about to be damn near.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, you know, every season they used to give out like 3 free characters, but they don't do that no more. they tax them.
Highway robbery.
You're lower and lower and lower. Every change in game loss changes.
Mm-hmm.
We went to having all racers for $10 to them separated it for 1 character for $10, and now we get no characters for $10.
It's called gaming inflation. So I mean, hey, Fortnite's doing it. They inflating your V-Bucks, and they've been inflating the currency and Speedstorm for like years. So
Game Love just ripped everybody off. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what happened. You're ripping off your player base with the fucking no season and the golden pass. You're ripping people off by, you know, capping your upgrade tokens for the new currency. So everybody that spent real life money, which is a lot of the people, for their upgrade tokens, if they have more than 83,000, you're assed out. You don't get shit out of that. I'm like, Game Loft, what?
I wonder what happens to the people who bought the founder packs.
I don't go fuck about that.
At that point, yeah, that was the founders were just you to
Founders don't give a they don't give a fuck about founders because all these changes are fucking the founders and the people that got maxed out characters.
I'm gonna keep it about from somebody who could have been a founder but decided not to. Founders is just paid early access, a glorified paid early access. The game was free to play. They announced the game as free to play, and then the founders pack and all that was just for people who want to play early. And they specifically did that on purpose. Made a paid, quote unquote beta so they could get more money. I mean, everything is about getting more money.
I mean, at the end of the day, the founders technically, what the founders did was being able to play the game at its peak and at its best before it got ruined. That's the way I view founders.
The way I view founders is technically the founders were the alpha testers. The free-to-play players that came from season 4 were all the beta testers, and then everyone else that came after season 7 were like the actual players that came when all the bullshit finally settled.
But you know what? The founders area was the best though. Free-to-play was still pretty decent, but no, the founders, the seasons 1 through 3. Game law can never beat those first 3 seasons.
I mean, 4 through 6 was
no, because 1 through 3, you literally got the mid seasons guaranteed. Even if you got the top 100%, it was literally that system was what made people get hyped for Speedstorm. They started slowly taking that away after free to play launch.
I mean, I didn't have a problem getting the mid seasons.
Basically, y'all got the experience of what a full game would be like, because I guess a lot of people pay, 40, 50, 70, 80?
I think the cheapest was like 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so if they just released Disney Speedstorm as like a $30 game, then that's what the game would be like. But since it was only, before the free-to-play, it was short-lived. But yeah, I guess for the people who did, enjoy those 3 seasons, they got to experience the game, what it would be like if it was a paid game. And then it went free to play. Which
fucking Fortnite. If you're a founder, if you play Save the World, you go farm free V-Bucks unlimitedly. Is actually what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah.
And what do you need to do that?
See, that's the way to benefit the people who pay for your game. I know, like for Paladins, it's kind of like they stopped all of its development for like the Switch. I got the Founders Edition of Paladins, and every single new character I got for free. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to pay for them. So yeah, there's a lot of games they reward their founders, but Speedstorm had to abandon.
Like CrossWorlds, man, we paid for that shit early, and we have all the characters.
Oh, I'm getting all the DLC, all the new maps, all the so
for free.
It's true.
Yeah, but that's all the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess you miss, for mid-season characters, you got Hoppers, and then you got Go Tamago, and looks like they're Dash clones. They can't jump.
I missed that.
Which I don't mind Dash variants, because I mean we have so many variants of Speedstorm racers that have slowdown. So if they're gonna do variants of a fun mechanic like getting out of your car and running fast, I think that's good. I just think that the issues that they had with Dash they could have fixed in some of the new characters that also run, like jumping, that people have been asking for. But the fact that they haven't decided to give any of the new characters jumping mechanics that run kind of sucks.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, we that's all the I guess the new Speedstorm news. I guess they have a Q&A. I guess we could go over the Q&A potentially, or maybe not. Do we really want them to gaslight us? I mean, we could go straight to divisions, but I don't know if y'all want to get gaslit for a little bit.
I mean, did they have anything interesting? I didn't look at the Q&A, so I don't know if there's anything noteworthy in there.
It's the Disney Speedstorm new racer progression FAQ. Do we want to go over that?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
You're talking about what they just released today? A lot of it's already what they said, truthfully, when they first announced it.
I guess we can go over it officially with you guys. So we have Disney Speedstorm New Racer Progression FAQ. This was released March 18th. It says, "Hey Speedstars, welcome or thank you for the feedback you shared on the recent announcement and the new racer progression. Please check the answers to some of your frequent questions on the upcoming update. So first question, what is a star fragment? How do I get them? What does upgrading racers look like now? To upgrade a racer, you need 2 currencies, racer shards, and a new currency, coins called Tune coins. A star fragment is not a new currency. It's rather part of a star, which is automatically applied to a racer when they are upgraded. You can think of star fragment as 2 levels of progression in the current system. For example, if you have Forky at 3 stars, to upgrade him to 3 stars and 1 star fragment, you will use 8 Forky shards and 800 Tune coins. Tune coins. After using those, Forky will automatically get a star fragment. He will now be a 3 star and 1 star fragment, and his stats will go up. Once you upgrade him to 3 stars and 5 star fragments, the 5 star fragments will combine into a new full star, and he will now be 4 stars. Reaching a new star provides a significant stat increase, much larger than the smaller increases gained from individual star fragments. Will any unused racer shards disappear after the update? No, racer shards you have will not disappear. You will either use them now with upgrade coins, or you'll be able to use them with the new Tune coins once the update launches. Racer shards are not being replaced, and you will need the same type of racer shard to continue upgrading your racers. Will there be a reset to the MPL rewards so I can earn more racer shards? No, we are not planning on resetting the MPL rewards during the update, which MPL is, it used to be MPR, but now it's in multiplayer leagues. Where do I get Tune coins, the new currency to upgrade racers? Tune coins will be available at rewards and special events, passes, shop offers, and other in-game activities. Will I be able to use my previously received racer shards that were converted into season coins? No, these racer shards were converted into season coins since the racer got to level 50, which was max at the time. Now you'll be able to upgrade your racers further, and you'll need them to earn new racer shards. Will I be able to get racer shards needed to go from 5 to 6 stars from the Universal Box? These additional racer shards won't be available in the Universal Box. We are currently evaluating the next steps for the Universal Box, and we'll share more details in the future. Yeah, they're getting ready to get rid of that.
Womp, womp, womp.
We're evaluating. Is the racer still unlocked once you get 10 of their racer shards? Yes, racers will still be unlocked once you acquire 10 of their racer shards. You can use those 10 shards and Tune coins to promote the newly unlocked racer to 0 to 2 star fragments. Are any changes coming to the racer boost? With this update, no changes are planned for either the racer boost or supercharged racer boost events in the update. Will racers with 6 stars be added to private chat and local free play modes? Yes. You'll be able to play 6-star racers in private lobbies and local free play. 6-star racers can be used in all game modes. So that means divisions, that means, free play private lobbies. You can use supercharged now. Still no team mode though. When upgrading racers to 6 stars, do they get a new 5th slot for an additional crew member? No. Currently, we're not planning on adding the 5th crew member slot. Getting a racer to 6 stars will already make their stats grow significantly. How will max out features in the Diamond Pass work starting with Season 19? Now that the Diamond Pass will allow you to max out a racer all the way to 6 stars, the same applies to max out offers that occasionally appear in the shop. They will instantly upgrade a racer to 6 stars. Okay, so instead of it just, maxing out to 50, if you get a max out offer within the new Golden Passes going forward or Diamond Passes going forward, you get a supercharged racer. So that's interesting. What happens to supercharge? Supercharge feature is here to stay. You will be able to supercharge your racers the moment they get to 5 stars, and it is not necessary to obtain 6 stars to supercharge a racer. Plan on releasing superchargers for racers who don't have them yet. Will there be balancing changes going forward? Yes, we still have racer balancing updates. We hope this makes things more clear. We're looking forward to you trying out the new racer progression system launching on April 9th with Season 19. All right, so that is their Q&A.
That's a load of that was a load of shit.
What do you think with the load?
Fuck. Fuck you, Game Loft. That's what I think about it. 6-star. Nobody asked for 6 stars for one. For two, they're getting rid of upgrade coins because they know so many people got hundreds of thousands of upgrade coins just sitting in there waiting to upgrade. So they figure out a way for one, charge more for the racers that already been out. Two, you're eliminating the resources that people had stacked up, so they could have just ranked those racers up to 6 stars. So now everybody restarts fresh, but it's more money, and yeah. And then you make it to the point where now people say, "Oh, we're not buying this diamond pass because you don't have the new racers in them." To now, hey, if you want 6-star racers, you can buy the diamond pass. So again, everything revolves around money.
This is why you have to be careful with spending a bunch of money and wailing out on currency, because you never know if they're going to get rid of that currency. Like Angel said, they're only going to compensate you for 80,000. So if you spend 800,000, 900,000. If you spent money to get like 900,000 upgrade coins, you basically just lost all of that if you don't use it.
Yeah, game. Why you ripping people off, bro?
Yeah, any free-to-play game, be careful. That's why I try to earn as much as I can just by progressing through the game and playing the game, because I don't want to spend too much of my money on currency. Like maybe like $1 or $2 here or there, maybe $5 or whatever, but you don't want to go too crazy because something like this could happen. Just a warning. But yeah, that is, I guess, all the news for Speedstorm. Now, when it comes to the community side and the competitive side, we do have super divisions. We did have some weekly matches, so we can go over that. So this was let me see.
Hold on. So before we do that, I mean, I guess this is technically getting into the competitive side, but I want to ask you guys. How do you guys think this 6-star stuff will affect the competitive side of the division?
It'll just make certain characters more prominent or OP. Maybe some characters, it'll make some characters viable. But like, for an example, all superchargers aren't equal. Some supercharged characters are bad. Like their abilities, it don't really boost them that much. But I guess like stat wise, you have some characters. It'll make the game faster, because if 6 stars does increase all of the stats, then it'll be even faster than it already is. If forget abilities.
Something that you wanted.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I think this is a good thing. Like I said, I think it will be better if they add a team mode. But I think having the ability to have supercharge, and I guess forget the abilities, the stat wise, level 6 or a 6-star racer just has better stats than a 5-star racer. So if divisions ends up moving to 6-star, then it'd be even quicker, which I think is good.
Yeah, but I still feel like they have to be careful with it, because I do not think a lot of the maps, or at least the older maps, were designed for the characters to be going this fast. But that's just me.
Maybe handling. Hey, you get that extra handling, maybe that handling stat will probably matter if you're going so fast.
Maybe all the heavies might start edging into mid-weight with the handling.
No, I mean, yeah, their handling stats are their worst stats. So, I mean, they did say racers' worst stats are the ones that will get a significant boost when you upgrade them to level 60. So, shit, heavyweights might get close to midweight handling speed stats, and if that's the case, they're gonna turn a lot better. They're gonna handle a lot better, which is gonna make them dangerous.
I think in order to keep things spicy, I mean, we've been doing the same meta for division for a while with the super fast or 5-star. So I think this new supercharged 6-star, I think will shake things up, make it feel different.
It has. I mean, this technically, wouldn't this also mean that a lot of the lightweights, their worst combat. I mean, there was strategy combat, right? Combat or top speed.
Combat or speed, yeah. Hey, if this resets the cause remember back in the day, like a lot of lightweights like Jesse used to be fast with the crew, and then they changed how the crew stats work, and then a lot of the lightweights end up being slow. So if this is a way to kind of make the lightweights faster, I think it'd be good. make it more viable.
It could be, man. Could be, but we know
Could be in theory.
they did it.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how their stat distributions is gonna go because they said by class or some shit like that. But I feel like they also said it's the worst stat. You know what I'm saying? Which and they used the defender as an example. They were like defender's worst stats is top speed and something else. So that means their top speed will get significantly boosted up. But there's a lot of racers that are not defenders where their top speed stat is the worst.
Exactly. It's not really by.
So I don't know what the fuck philosophy they're doing.
By weight.
Are defenders going to get even buffer, even stronger than they already are? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Damn, defenders were already kind of dominating, so if they get that extra speed, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing these stats, but I have a feeling it's going to be fucked up.
Well, I think the issue is they never post actual numbers, even with balance changes. So that leaves us speculating. We really don't know yet, but I mean, how will we ever know? Because they never put numbers. So.
Well, I mean, we got all the stats for level 50. So, I mean, if somebody really wants to go through there and screenshot everybody's stats on level 50, you can compare them to their level 60 counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody out there want to do that, go ahead. That's 100. That's 100 screenshots. I mean, it shouldn't really take too long.
Somebody will.
When is
just building off the data that's already there?
To be going live
next season.
Yeah, and it's the start of the next season. April 9th, I believe.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess with that, we could get into the divisions talk.
All right, so this was the last week of divisions before the knockout stage. So let's see how the teams ended up, finishing the regular season to see how their bracket will end up looking like. But first match of the week, we had the Dons of Speedstorm for week 6 versus the Lowland Thunder. Spicy match. You know what I'm saying? I think people thought it was going to be close, but the Dons ended up extending just a little bit. 208 to 152. About, almost 40-50. So let's see what happened here. So we had Tyap with 60 points, Dino with 55, Toxic with 47, and Falcon with 46. So across the board, pretty even. Tyap definitely carried a little bit. Did his thing with 60 points. So that was the Don score. And then we have the Lowland Thunder. We had Nalissi leading his team with 45, Cedric 37, Sandalbox 36, and Goblin King 34. So what this looks like is there was nobody on the Lowland Thunder that underperformed. It was just as a team, the Dons just did better. That's why they have more points across the board. So it be like that sometimes, man. What y'all think?
This looks like the Dons were donning, man.
Yeah, Lowland did what they did their best, but yeah, it's just the Dons definitely just secured more of the top spots. I mean, got the match history. Let me see. Yep.
I wasn't able to watch any of the matches since I was working, but I mean, it sounds like the Dons came back, and
I think all those matches against BRZ, I think it's fresh on they psyche, and they're like, no, we gotta prove ourselves. So they definitely did not take it easy on Lowland.
I mean, I can already predict the finals.
Didn't the Dons recently play Brazil?
Yeah, they beat Brazil. Brazil finally got defeated.
Oh, man, shout out to the Dons, man. It looked like those two are the teams that's going to be going back and forth. So we'll see what the.
Hey, but it's a regular season. Because Lowland, let's say in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, wild card, you know what I'm saying, teams get kicked out the playoffs that you never expect. So, they can lock in, get it together, strategize, you know what I'm saying, and potentially knock out a favorite. So, don't sleep on the Lowland.
remember last season when one of the Brazil's team went crazy and beat a lot of teams. The brackets, our team included. So
Yeah,
you never know.
yeah. Some of the Angels team members.
Yep.
But next match we got the Late Born versus BRZ Pharaoh. So for this match, we had the Late Born winning 221 to BRZ Pharaoh's 139. What's it called? For the Late Born, we had Alphen, Seymour, Maisie in the micro match. We had Alphen with 63, Seymour with 60, Maisie with 49, and Micromass with 49. Also, Micromass is in the business now? Okay.
Yeah, Micromass is back.
I know at first he was kind of like, it didn't seem like he was all in, but it's good to see that he's, taking part. I think his skill levels increased, so good to see that he's comfortable racing in divisions. Like I said, when it comes to like the biggest content creators in Speedstorm, you've had your Skyliners, your Micromass, your Poppin', and I guess Skyliner tried for a little bit, but he didn't really stay, and I don't think Poppin' was ever part of it. So if Micromass, is in there, I think that's a good thing for the division. He's making content for it.
Honestly,
but yeah,
at this point, just get your numbers up and dip.
No, some people really have a passion for the game, man. They really like it, and it's their favorite racing game. Maybe they don't like
with that passion, Caleb. Everyone that was passionate is leaving.
Hey, but there's always gonna be somebody left over. There's a lot of people still. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I think
the whole Brazilian
kind of
squad.
passion left is absent.
No, I mean, Timmy, maybe from your understanding, but there's a lot of people who still are very passionate about this game.
Yeah,
and I might not agree, but it's their favorite racing game over Mario Kart, over Sonic, over Kirby, over everything. Some people love this game. So, me, I think it's mechanically, I think it's good mechanically. Is it my favorite racing game ever? No, but I think it's good. But for some people, if they didn't play all the games I played and they have, their own experience and this is the best from the games they've played, then hey, I can see why some people decide to, prioritize.
Yep.
But I'm just happy. I think I saw the video and I'm happy he's participating and doing content for divisions. I'm showing off. Like I said, we did this podcast. It kind of started to shed some light on divisions. So seeing other content creators, cover divisions is good. But yeah, for BRZ Pharaoh, we had Bronco, Nightmare, Carter, and Tramal. We had Bronco with 53, Nightmare with 42, Carter with 24, and Tramal with 20. So the Late Born got a dub. So shout out to both teams. All right, next up we have BRZ Final Boss versus BRZ New Wave. So hey, this was Angel's team. I thought he had a shot, but it kind of looked like the Dons versus the Lowland Thunder. 206 to 154. About a 50-point difference. Let's see the damage. We have Rugal with 61, Wolf with 59, Valix with 51, and Hayes, Quinho with 35. And then for BRZ New Wave, we have Angel with 48, Ryoni with 46, DK with 39, and Calibus with 21. Calibus is a little low, but I think overall it just seems like the Final Boss as a team just performed better. It doesn't really look like the New Wave really had somebody that was slacking. It just seems like as a team, BRZ Final Boss just performed a little bit better. Angel, what are your thoughts on how the match went?
I mean, the match went how I expected it to go, to be honest. And that's no disrespect to my team, but I mean, we've been racing the Final Boss for the last 10,000 seasons, and the only team that's come close to beating them is our team. So,
yeah,
So then now that the Dons, because they actually finally beat them. But other than that, there's been no other team. And then Lowland Thunder in the finals. They were pretty close too. Those are the only teams that were close to being the Final Boss. So there's no other teams that step up to the plate to even come close to them.
Fun fact, I think our team is the only team in Division's history to ever be close to beating Final Boss and
Yep.
No, it's
Now,
true.
I think we beat a Brazilian team with Wolf on it in the past, but it wasn't Final Boss.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was technically
it was
Final
a Final
Boss in the
Yeah,
first
it
World
was,
Cup. Wasn't it Wolf, Rugal, Nunn?
First season. It was the
they
first
had
season of
Michael
Divisions.
Douglas playing.
I remember
Okay, so
that.
they didn't have Hayes. That's
So
the
we
only
did beat
difference.
them.
Yeah, they didn't have
We
Hazekino one.
we beat the first iteration, but this new iteration.
I mean,
hard to
didn't we
beat.
beat the Final Boss in Divisions when we almost
Yeah.
beat the Dons?
Yeah,
That
we
first
beat them the first season. That was when I remember. That's when I had Mike, and I used the mic doors to get that little, the extra shortcut, attack,
Yep.
I remember that. I remember that. So we did beat them.
They just kept getting better and better and better.
They
Now
did.
they're unstoppable.
Hazekino to the team, and then everybody got better, and then the team just leveled up, man.
Yeah, because Hayes is one of the best brawlers in the game, so that was a big
Yeah, I can make an argument that he's one of the best players in the game. Like, if you're doing that good on brawlers, you have to be the best player.
I'd say maybe top 20. I don't know where right now. Just
I think he could be higher. I think he could be
top 10. I don't know, because there's still a lot of prominent players that are still prominent, but I think he up there. He definitely shown he's top 20 material. That just shows how many good players are in this game.
Yeah, everybody on that team is extremely skilled.
Mm-hmm. I would have loved to see what the team that I wanted to come to Divisions this season would have done against Final Boss. It was like me, Goblin, Abby, and I think Sunny, and I think whoever else wanted to join. But Goblin has been strong this season. He's gotten a lot of good points. I am pretty much number one, or was number one for the longest in points for Tricksters. Abby's really good. He's improved tremendously the times that we were team with him to now. So he's on a level to where he's being Dino Toxic and all of them in races and private lobbies. So that those three right there. And then Sunny's been good on defender. So I mean, I feel like we could have did something against the Final Boss with that squad.
Yeah, that sounds like a strong team.
Is there any particular reason why that didn't come to fruition?
Abby didn't want to do divisions. That was literally the only reason why we didn't do it.
I mean, end of the day, it is an investment, especially when, like I said, we take it to chill, but, when we added new people on the team, they want to practice every day and shit. That's the time investment that sometimes people don't have.
Yeah, that's another thing about divisions, man. And that's another reason why I didn't want. It's hard, at least for me, to be on a completely another team or accept any more rookies or lesser experienced players, because the time investment that you need to get them up to par in terms of knowledge and where to use certain characters and practice and stuff, that shit took a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Bring me back to the first World Cup.
I will say next year. I mean, next year. Holy shit! I'm talking about next year. Next season, me and Abby will be on the team together. So I don't know who else is gonna jump on, but me and Abby come as a package deal. So if any teams wanting to recruit Abby, they're gonna have to recruit me too. So, and then there's no ifs or buts about that. Even Abby said it's a package deal. So you want Abby, you want me, and then vice versa. If you want me, you gotta have Abby too.
Hey, listen, man, you and Absent gotta keep the stream snipers spirits, the remnants going, man.
I'm telling you, it's been different, this season. This is the first season of not being in the stream sniper, so it's definitely is a different vibe.
Mm-hmm. Man, we'll always be honorary members. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we could get a comeback. Who said that? No.
Sonic?
Maybe we'll have like an open roster month, and then I'll say, all right, since it's open roster, I'll do it one last time.
I mean, I'll do it in Sonic.
I gotta be.
Yeah, Sammy, I know you're not returning. That's all right.
Next up, we do have the RB team versus Ferrari KA. We had RB team went 237 to Ferrari's 90. So that sounds like they're missing players. But when it comes to RB, we had Seabass with 74, almost perfect. Julian with 65, Remy 52, and then Nitrous with 46. And then for Ferrari KA, we had Kylo Ren with 51 and Meme Sultan with 39. Or ME Sultan. So it's unfortunate they can never get 4 people together. But yeah, just
That's very
RB
unfortunate.
team did their thing. All right, so next up we have
Once Upon and the Burnout Bandit.
BRZ Once Upon a Time versus Burnout Bandits. Yep. BRZ Once Upon a Time won 188, and then the Burnout Bandits 172. This was actually a close match, but Once Upon a Time got it done. We had FX the GOAT with 63, BRZ at VR with 35, Mr. Mime with 33, Leon with 29, and Ketchum with 28. And then for the Burnout Bandits, we had Lionheart with 50, Gohan-san with 44, Symbiote with 37, a Suburban Goblin with 19, Goozy with 15, and the Gustpool 10 with 7. So because they got their whole team involved, they were swapping in and out. But overall, BRZ, you know, they got the sauce, and they were able to edge it out just by a little bit. So shout out to both teams. And then next up, we got Cartostrophe versus Ruthless Assassinos. And then we had Ruthless winning 194 to Cartostrophe's 166. For Cartostrophe, we had Rafnu with 55, Destem Arc with 53, Tofi with 35, and then Enzo with 23. And then for Ruthless, we had PR Caldo with 60, Snack Daddy with 53, Kelgirl with 52, and the Iceman with 29.
Cowgirl killing in division.
She at one point she seemed like she wasn't ready. Thought she was gonna do good, but this season, man, she's been gaining the points, man. She's been doing
So let me ask y'all, where do you think Kelgirl stacks up against all the females that were playing this game?
Oh god, why you always gotta start?
I think it'll be good. Like, you know, like Cyrene, Shy, who was that one girl? That Sammy say Angel like Giselle.
Oh shit! Giselle, come back.
I think if like when it comes to like I guess there's a what's her name Trashy Hans. I think Killgirl definitely is top 10 when it comes to like all of the top 10 to top 20 when it comes to all of like the good female racers. But maybe edging up towards the top 10. I definitely think she's definitely.
And maybe that many active female players left.
Unfortunately for me, I haven't been paying attention that much, so I couldn't really tell you. But I have.
She's in division. She's performing well.
I have been hearing a lot of good things, and I have been hearing that she Cowgirl has been pretty weak. So that's
good to see. Next up, we got the Union Jack Arrows versus Pure Country. And then the Union Jack Arrows won 194, Pure Country 166, so about 30-point difference. For Union Jack Arrows, we had a 3-headed monkey leading his team with 60. We had Galvanator with 59. We had Turrets with 41. Phoenix Evolve with 34. And then for Pure Country, we had Terrence Lynx, or Terrence LKS with 61. We had Elsa's Husband with 46. We had Foster Adenu with 39, and then we had Ultima Craftsy with 20. So shout out to Union Jack Heroes for getting it done. And where that leads us, now that the regular season, those are your week 6 winners and losers. That leads us to Super Divisions knockouts week 1. And then the matches we got for this week for Super Division knockouts, we got the Lowland Thunders versus BRZ New Wave. That's gonna be spicy. All right, Angel, y'all better lock in. We got the Dons of Speedstorm versus BRZ Once Upon a Time. Dang, I feel bad for BRZ Once Upon a Time, but hopefully they can put up a good fight. We got the Late Born versus Union Jack Arrows. That should be good. That should be good. That should be a close one. And then we have BRZ Final Boss versus BRZ Pharaoh. I hope BRZ Pharaoh enjoys their vacation. Because I don't think Final Boss is going to take it easy on them. But that's looking like those are going to be the matches for the knockout stage of Super Divisions. Now, obviously, every team isn't competing in the Super Division. Super Division is the highest qualifying teams of the season, competing the top 8 teams. You see 2, 4, 6, 8. And then after eliminations, there'll be the top 4, top 2, and then we'll have a champion. So shout out to all of these teams for making it to the top 4. I mean the top 8. So Lowland Thunders, BRZ New Wave, Dons of Speedstorm, BRZ Once Upon a Time, the Late Born, Union Jack Arrows, BRZ Final Boss, and BRZ Pharaoh are the top 8 teams of Super Division Season 1, and they'll be battling it out this weekend.
The only I just found out the only way we're gonna be able to face the Leyborn in this season is if we somehow beat the Lowland Thunders, and then if we lose, which that means we're either gonna be going against Final Boss or the Dons. So unless some miracle happens and we win, we can face the Leyborn for 3rd place. If they win their match and then they lose the next one for 3rd place, that's the only way we're going to be able to race against Maisie.
Yeah, sound like you want to. Yeah, that'd be good. Angel versus Maisie again.
Well, we never even got to race.
Oh yeah, sure. I think the time I get done against Maisie is in solo tournaments, so I know what it's like going against Maisie. Maisie be on your ass.
We did scrims with Maisie, so there were some spicy scrims, very close matches. So I would love to do an official match against the Leyborn. That means we have to beat Lowland Thunders, and they have to beat UGA. And I feel like for us, it could be possible. I know for a fact, I think Leyborn could beat UGA, especially now they got Alpha and all them. So they're strong. They're a very strong team all around. So I feel like that could be a possibility. We just gotta somehow beat Lowland Thunders, make it happen.
And but yeah, the tracks will be going on: Atlantica, Nightmare Festival, The Factory, Mount Olympus, Silver Screen, Pirates Life, Dragon Valley, Incredible Showdown, World of My Own, San Francisco, Kauai, and Andy's Room. Oh no, Radiator Springs.
There's 12 tracks. 12 tracks. 12 the knockouts.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, these bands are spicy against Lowland Thunders. Look at these bands for the Lowland Thunders. And us.
But yeah, that concludes the Disney Speedstorm news. Now we do got some more gaming and racing news. I believe next up we got Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So Sonic Racing CrossWorlds just dropped some interesting information, and I would just say I was wrong. My prediction, I think the source I was looking at wasn't right. I think people were speculating that it was going to be Samba de Amigo. Maybe it is for this next festival, maybe not, but I believe they just revealed the next 3 racers that will be coming to the game, and it is not what I expected. So let me see if I can pull up the video of their. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Post in here. Give that Angel so he can post it on screen. We can watch it together. right, so. Uh-oh.
I'm waiting.
He said, I'm waiting. All right, here we go. I sent it to Angel. We can watch it together. This was a huge surprise. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, new free characters, update number 2. Let's check this out.
Oh, why is this opening up in Chrome? The hell?
You said what?
No, this. I was trying to play the video and it went on Chrome for some reason. Go.
Angry Bird, what a surprise. I mean, we just had a Pokemon reveal, grass type, that looks like an Angry Bird, and Sonic CrossWorlds was like, hey, we about to drop our own Angry Bird.
Angry Bird and CrossWorlds is crazy.
Then we got another Yakuza, we got the Pirate King himself.
Slop Lucy.
Goro Majima. Yeah, you can tell someone's a big Yakuza fan. They trying to get all the Yakuza. They trying to sneak all the Yakuza plays in here. This one was Arale. I was actually surprised with her.
I'm not gonna.
You know,
yeah, these are some interesting characters. I did not see these. Maybe, probably the Yakuza guy I could see because Pikmon, but the Angry Bird and I guess is her name Arle or something like that?
Arale or Arle, something like that. Yeah. And maybe I'm not wrong. I don't even know what game she's from, to be honest with you. That's why I'm just like, yo, they trying to introduce people to new characters. And let me see, R.A. Yeah, I don't know where she's from. Let me see, Sega. But yeah, from those characters lead, that's from April to May, to look forward to. So maybe Samba still is at the end of this month because this is March, so maybe that's not wrong. But it's just after Samba de Amigo, if he is the character for the end of this month, those will be the characters coming. Angry Bird.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the big surprise. WL, what y'all think? What character did y'all want or think were going to be? I definitely think they're making a difference because
W.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people thought it was gonna be Crazy Taxi, BD Joe, Billy Hatcher, and you know, maybe they're like, yo, you know, this is not Sonic Transformed, and you know, even though we had those characters in Sonic Transformed, you know, we're trying to showcase some other characters in this one. So
I mean, they can still add those other characters. That's the beauty of it.
yeah.
I think it's fire, man. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a W collab overall, though. I think it's a W collab overall. Now, with that, there's also another video from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. It is the Mega Man Pack teaser trailer. So we can check that out real quick. I sent the video already. But yeah, Mega Man's coming soon. I think Mega Man's one of the characters that the DLC packs that we've been waiting for a while, because not only is it going to come out with Mega Man and is it Proto Man, the other one, but there's going to be a new track. So I think any DLC drop where there's a new track, I think it's going to be exciting. New car, new track. Mega Man DLC pack, March 25th. So yeah, they released a little teaser trailer. They ain't show too much, but we got a release date. I think that's overall W.
I love the retro music.
Oh yeah, you know the music gonna be fire. That's one thing they do with a lot of these updates. is they always have some good music. I will say the only music that's been lacking for me is probably Monkey Ball. 'Cause I think Monkey Ball has so much music, so much good music spread across its games. The soundtrack they chose to put in CrossWorlds was kind of weak compared. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that is your Sonic Racing CrossWorlds news. I know they had a Legend competition round 3. I didn't really participate. I was going to try to finish. I've got an Emerald in the first 2, but this one my PlayStation subscription expired and I didn't feel like paying, so I just missed out. You know, that's crazy. The thing that sucks about PlayStation, why a lot of people
they didn't feel like paying. Damn.
Nah, because obviously you can do you remember it used to be like Xbox Gold or PlayStation, $60 for a year. Then they try to up the price. Now it's like $90. And so if you don't have, the $90 right there, you can pay $9 a month. So sometimes paying $9 for 1 month is easier than just shelling out $90, for a year. Now I guess
If I could choose, I usually tend to go with the annual because it's usually cheaper in the long run. But that's just
yeah, in the long run. But like if you just ain't got $90, like if your shit expire and you just ain't got it, hey, it's what it is.
hey, man.
But that's the downside to console gaming. The fact that if you don't pay your Xbox Gold or PlayStation Live, that you're literally locked out of online access unless you have a free-to-play game.
Yep.
Since Sonic is in the free-to-play game, I'm SOL, so I guess I'll be on Speedstorm, Overwatch, and Marvel Rivals. I ain't gotta have a PS subscription for that. And I think honestly, and just to some other topics we talked about before on the podcast, this is why.
Hold on, before we head out to the next topic, I wanted to ask.
I'm not out. You kind of you interrupted me. I was done. This nigga sent me back like I'm done talking. That's crazy.
No. I was saying, for the CrossWorlds characters, right? We got these 3 new characters for the 3 characters, and there's like 3 more slots that were allotted all the way up until August. So I want to ask you guys, like, who do you think the next 3 characters are going to be?
I don't know. Ryu? Maybe like one of those new characters from the Sega games. Isn't it Ryu from Ninja Gaiden? They might have him. I don't know.
Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden?
Hayabusa.
Yo.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I think BD Joe eventually they might add him.
What
Crazy
if-
Taxi.
What
They gotta add Beat from Jet Set Radio Future.
if they add another Capcom character? Do y'all think that there's a chance that they'll add a Resident Evil character?
Oh,
It's possible, but I don't. Maybe Leon.
Leon.
But I feel like it just seems.
Fire.
It seems like they got a bias.
What about Ryu though from Street Fighter?
No, they're gonna add Kiryu from Yakuza. Watch, there's gonna be 3 Yakuza characters. It seems like they just.
Honestly, I honestly would agree. There might be another Yakuza character at this rate.
Possible.
But yeah, this is why a lot of people, PC players were upset that they had to make like a PlayStation's account in order to play some of the PC ports, because essentially you'd have to pay a subscription in order to use the online access. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of PC players are opposed to having to create a Microsoft or Sony account in order to play certain games that are ported to PC. But yeah, that is pretty much overall. Yeah, that is the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds news. Yeah, I guess with that being said, I guess in the keep it the gaming realm, there's been a big discussion with AI with NVIDIA coming out with the what's it called? As you see on the thumbnail, the DLSS 5.
Yep.
And if you don't know what that is, I guess Angel or Sammy, I guess y'all can explain what the DLSS 5 is.
Well, essentially, it's just more. It's more so for like productivity in terms of like when you're designing a game. I know Angel can go into more depth with this, but the way I understand it, it's supposed to help with like the nanites that are on the screen that are shown, and also it could help with in terms of like your computing processor, like instead of stressing it so much, it's supposed to help minimize the stress that it's gonna take. So you know, we might see a lot of detailed worlds, but they use a lot of magic to like hide some of the detail by like compressing the information that is shown.
So here, essentially, what DLSS is into deep learning super sampling is basically anti-aliasing. It's a rendering technology. So so basically, how it works is basically like say for example, I play in 4K, right? But I use DLSS while still playing in 4K. So what it does is it downscales my 4K game to 1080p, and then AI upscales it back to 4K with minimal hits to the image. So my image will still look like it's in 4K and almost identically to a native 4K, but without the performance hit of actually playing a game in native 4K. So you'll be able to get more frames out of it because you're not, you know, rendering the game natively in 4K. And they use AI to upscale it to make it look like it's still a 4K image. Or if you're doing it from 1080p down, I think from 1080p it goes to 720p or whatever the case may be. Or some along the lines of like depending on what DLSS performance mode you get. Like there's like quality, there's balanced, and then there's performance and ultra performance. So wherever one you select, it'll do it by the resolution. I think for me, quality would be 1440p and then upscale to 4K. Then balance is 1080p to 4K, and then performance is 720p to 4K, and then ultra performance, I think it's like 480 or something like that.
All right. Yep. I was gonna say Angel. You know, just just to bounce off of the description you gave us, they did give us a visual example. So I posted multiple 25-second videos, I believe, and it actually shows off the DLSS 5 and some different games like FIFA and Resident Evil. So let's check it out together and see what we think of the DLSS that the video is showing off.
Now I will say this DLSS 5, this is like a whole different level of DLSS. Like DLSS was all it was just, you know, upscaling the resolution to make it look good while you're playing it. This is like completely changing fucking the way the game looks. This is like a whole different level of DLSS.
The next level. It's making everything rich and deep, and even showing detail that wasn't even there existing before.
Yo, what's good, Toxic?
Oh, Toxic.
Toxic being toxic.
All right, so this first one, let's see. This is All right, so yeah, this is Resident Evil Requiem. So this is like, you know, the in-game engine, and this is what DLSS 5 on. I was like, yo, they made it look super realistic. We got Leon. Yo, the hair. Yeah, I think one of the things that has been holding back the realism in gaming has been like the hair. But this is showing like, yo, this can make like the hair look realistic. Like this is gonna be so immersive. It makes me wonder if some of these techniques are going to be used for the new Grand Theft Auto. I just think the immersion in games going forward with like these new AI technologies that are going to be upscaling it into realism is going to definitely make it more immersive. I think what's called VR. I think this will really benefit VR. Look at that! Like even the FIFA, that looks like a real thing. When they upgraded it. Look at it. Look at the FIFA.
Oh God, why is this not opening up in my Opera, bro? I can't stand this.
Now, obviously, this is the primitive version of the DLSS, but like obviously, it'll get better as time goes on. But
I think the way it's where it's at right now, I think is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's already a good spot. Like, yo, I think this is maybe how like some of those, and basically since this is NVIDIA, this will only be for PC. But what we were talking about earlier offline, like PlayStation and Xbox will probably have their version of the AI technology. I believe you said it's like the PSR or something.
Yeah, the PSSR, it'll probably be a 3.0 update that gives you something along the lines of this. You know, Xbox is going to be using AMD for foreseeable future, so they're going to be using FSR 4 or 5, whatever it's going to be at that point. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone uses to implement to use against like an alternative for DLSS 5.
Let's see what this black man, what they make him, Arab man. Okay, you got the threads on. Oh, look at the NPC, the attention of detail. They make these NPC look realistic. Yo, that's actually wild. Yo. This is more proof that Nintendo's always a generation behind. Nintendo Switch 2 finally caught up to the PS5, Xbox Series, and the moment they come out with a Switch 2, the PlayStation and Xbox are moving to, and PC are moving to DSRR and AI. So Nintendo's behind again, but Starfield I think really needs this. Starfield looked terrible. That game is 20 years in development, so you know they obviously one of the big outer space galaxy. But the character models didn't look that detailed or realistic. But this definitely, I could see this definitely making it more immersive. What y'all think about the Starfield though, Greg?
It looked good, but Starfield just didn't hit for me.
To give it a nice facelift.
Yeah, it didn't hit for a lot of people.
In terms of like Bethesda games, they never really had like their worlds always looked good for the time that they were built in, but like in terms of like character models, like Bethesda was never great with character models. I mean, they tried, but that was never their forte.
Okay, Hogwarts Legacy, y'all see it? Even the thing about it doesn't just make the characters look more realistic. Everybody complain about the AI. It's making the environment look, the textures look more realistic too. I think that's the benefit to it, the lighting and whatnot. I think the Hogwarts showed that off pretty well.
That was all the DLSS videos, yep. I mean, essentially DLSS, I mean, a lot of people are saying bad things about the DLSS and, the AI slop. It looks disgusting, or some people are saying that the characters don't even look recognizable anymore because of the AI slop or whatever. And I remember people was talking shit about DLSS when it first came out, talking about it was AI slop, it looked horrible, this and that, and now people are normalized with DLSS now. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is still DLSS, but now with the changes that they're doing with this DLSS 5, everybody's coming back to say, oh, AI slop. But then I bet you once DLSS 6 or whatever comes out, when they improve on this DLSS 5 shit, everybody's gonna just act like it's normal.
I think the difference with this time compared to the beginning with DLSS being introduced is the fact that AI is so rampant now in our world, and like almost everything is revolved around AI to some degree, and a lot of people are on one side of the coin that hate AI, period. Like there's no talking them down about it, and
anything AI slop.
Yep. So to them, their voices are screaming even louder in terms of DLSS, because why? It utilizes AI, as opposed to everybody else who's on the other side of the coin that are just like, we appreciate the tools that are given to us to, increase on the spoils that we're getting. But like I said, the other side, they don't see it that way because they're already landed on one side of the coin. They're like, anything AI is bad. I
mean, yeah, I think it's just happened so rapidly that some people take time to adjust, and they haven't really had the time to adjust.
Frame generation is another one. That's another thing that video created that people, didn't like, because like they call it fake frames and shit like that. That's what multi-frame generation is. And sometimes the games will look very shadowy. It'll have like a ghosting effect to a degree and whatnot. And people like, oh, I can't play the games like this. The games don't look good. I mean, I remember when I played Borderlands 4 when it launched, and it had multi-frame generation, and that shit was terrible. Like, I felt like I was playing a fucking PlayStation 1 game type shit with the way it was like performing, or the way it looked. And people at my stream even noticed that. But apparently they've been getting really better with this multi-frame generation, and now that's not really a problem anymore. So I mean,
well, good. People say they like frames.
In the beginning, people keep, they don't like it, and then they just grow accustomed to it because it gets better over time, and people accept it. So same with this. People are gonna talk shit about it, and then eventually it's gonna get better, and people are just gonna accept it. It happened for the first 2 times.
I listened to the NVIDIA director talk about some of the things, because he even addressed, people talking about, oh, it's more AI slop, and he talked about how it's not just generative AI, it's neutral generative, so it's basically just generating, what's in front of it or the source material, and it's not like pulling from like outside sources or pulling from somebody's artless portfolio or something like that. Like, if the game has characters in the game, it'll generate those characters within the game, or whatever's given to it. So there's that. And then also I believe that they talked about how you'll be able to adjust different things with the DLSS, and you can kind of like basically tune it to whatever art style that whatever the art director is looking for. So there's a lot more nuance to it. But yeah, I think it's just rapid change, and people just ain't got time to adjust, and also bias, where anything AI is slop now. Yeah, we just talked about earlier off stream, where it's kind of like fatigue and slop are like the new trendy words that get overused right now. So everything's slop. But no, overall this ain't gonna be slop. I think this has a lot of potential. They gave us some examples, and I think it's gonna be good. Now, whenever Nintendo will have some AI technology to upscale Mario, who knows? Maybe next 10 years. But right now, PC, Sony, Xbox, this is how games are going to look. We talked about like what's going to make the console different.
Nintendo has DLSS. If you don't know, the Switch 2 has DLSS. Really? Yeah, it's just not like I don't think it's DLSS 4. I think that it's not going to be 5, because I think the chip that powers the Switch 2 can't handle DLSS 5. I don't even think it can handle DLSS 4. I think it caps off at 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. So see, even Nintendo, but they always a generation behind. So they missed the wave, but they'll get there in 20 years. They'll catch up. But no, I think it'll be good. People say they care about graphics, so if this is a way to upscale the graphics without losing performance, I'm all for it. I wonder if it's just something that you can turn on or off, or is it just always on?
Yeah, I just want to see how it works performance-wise.
Bro, I wonder how this gonna make Crimson Desert look.
Even more spectacular.
We'll see.
But we're going to get into that. But before we get into Crimson Desert, we do got some Marvel Rivals news. I know we sprinkle some Marvel Rivals news every now and then, because they be cooking, and they definitely are cooking right now when it comes to the new support character they added for Season 7 coming out, and that is White Fox. Season 7.5 will be Black Cat. That is Spider-Man's love interest, and potentially she might be a 7-foot tank. So Marvel Rivals love for big, thick women, it has to be studied. But right now they do got the Nine-Tailed Fox, some Naruto inspiration. But really, if you play Overwatch, this is kind of like Marvel Rivals version of Kiriko. The support in Overwatch.
Marvel Watch is crazy.
Yeah, Marvel Watch, my bad. Marvel Rivals version of Kiriko.
Combining the 2 games.
But it's even better. Like, she definitely seems like one of the best support or the most fun support that they've ever created. So let's check out the trailer. And I'll post it in the Crash Show.
I could talk about this. I'm about to go make some cereal for my daughter.
White fox here. The hunt begins. Perfect synergy.
All right, here we go.
And here. Ancestral power. And mine. The fox awakens. Come with me.
I love that this game is pushing heavily on supports and tanks
I'm ready.
instead of the whole DPS route because, goddamn, game got way too much DPS going.
Took some time to get there. You know, people had to definitely voice their frustration about there being too much DPS and not enough tank and support. But Marvel Rivals been listening. They've been cooking.
She actually looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna
Shout out to Clouded Rio.
Yeah, he definitely was outspoken. You know, certain issues helping this game get better. Yo, she turned into Kurama. She's attacking the Leaf Village. So to summarize that, essentially she her primary attack is kind of like Moon Knight. If anybody knows Marvel Rival Moon Knight, he throws an Ankh down and any projectiles that hit that Ankh hits other people. But for her, she doesn't have to have an Ankh. If she hits her projectile on the ground or if she throws it and it hits her teammate, it bounces off the ground to heal the teammate and then it goes from the teammate to an enemy. So so basically you don't have to have the best aim. It's going to be easy to heal. She can teleport through walls to an ally. Her ultimate is a giant fox that gives crowd control. And then she has melee attacks where whenever she attacks somebody with melee, kind of like Iron Fist or Daredevil, she gets self-healing and then she creates an aura around her that heals allies whenever she's attacking. So she's kind of a little bit like Bridget too from Overwatch. But yeah, honestly, yeah, her kit is very versatile. So Moon Knight healing, kind of like Cloak and Dagger, then also has melee healing, and then can turn into like a giant nine-tailed fox, and has can teleport, has crowd control. So definitely this Friday, you know, if you still play Marvel Rivals, all you Marvel Rivals heads, you know what I'm saying, give her a try out. You know, take her to 18v18, you know what I'm saying, take her to the practice range, you know what I'm saying. You ain't even got to do rank. You know, there's so many different fun modes out there. You can, you know, try the character out. I'm definitely going to be trying her out and enjoying her. I think this definitely can be like a second support for me. I think my main support is Cloak and Dagger, but she definitely seems like a character I'm going to be using a lot. And I can't wait to see the Naruto mods. You know they're gonna do it.
I haven't played
Come on,
Naruto
Nano.
in a long time, but I know whenever I do, man, it's got a lot to work with.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But
Speaking of Marvel, they did drop a new trailer,
yes, sir.
and that's Spider-Man 3. Not the one with Tobey Maguire. This is the one with Tom Holland. Different T. But I guess we could
Let's
check
see.
that out.
See if I can find the trailer. So I guess this trailer does include spoilers. to the last Spider-Man movie. So
I mean, if you haven't
spoilers.
watched it yet, like, come on now, what are we doing?
Yeah, just giving a warning out. This will be covering spoilers coming in 3, 2, 1. But yeah, essentially, Spider-Man in the last movie erased everybody's mind that he existed, and so this new movie is kind of exploring Spider-Man. Seeing his friends like Mary Jane and Ned not even know who he is and stuff, and trying to reintroduce himself, to his close ones and stuff. And so yeah, it looks interesting, but yeah, let's check it out, the trailer together, see what we think. I saw this earlier. I thought it looked good. It definitely, the things people loved about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, it definitely seems like they're trying to introduce some elements for Tom Holland's. And I like that. I like where they're going with this. He's getting the power up for sure. It's kind of like the weak Tom Holland Spider-Man we've seen in the past. It's completely reliant on Iron Man. This ain't that Spider-Man no more. He getting a level up. So, this new movie definitely looks like it's gonna be lit. This is gonna be Tom Holland Spider-Man at his best for sure.
I can't.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
The hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself. Mother.
Go home! And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. What is happening to me?
Oh, God.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was?
If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
July 31st.
Yep. Yo, so I guess we can give our thoughts. I'll go first. One thing I love about this trailer is the fact that they show that his Spider-Man is going to get natural webbing. He's got a mutation to where it's not just going to be where he has spider cartridges, where it's kind of like an invention that he creates, but it's part of his DNA, kind of like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Yeah, that change alone I think is dope. Makes him feel more like Spider-Man to me. Yeah, what do y'all think about that change, Lee? The fact that, he's not just going to have web cartridges, but he's actually going to have natural webbing now.
I actually agree with you, Caleb. I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot that he had the cartridge. Just reminded me. So I guess this will be more in line with at least what I envision Spider-Man.
Yeah, because but wasn't Spider-Man in the comics the same way though with the machine web thing?
Not all the Spider-Mans. Every Spider-Man was different. Some used web cartridges, and some had natural webbing.
What about Into the Spider-Verse?
You mean Miles Morales?
Yeah,
I'm not too sure.
What he did. But hold on, even Into the Spider-Verse had like a whole bunch of different Spider-Man, Spider-Womans and stuff.
Yeah.
And some of them looked like they were more tech, like they used.
Some used more tech. Some were more spiders themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the combination of having natural webbing and having web cartridges. I think is good. Because I think, but the idea of just no natural webbing and relying on cartridges and then running out, that don't seem like Spider-Man. Because they talk about his webbing is supposed to be so strong that even the Hulk can't break out. So it's just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of the Hulk, every time I see Bruce in a Marvel's movie or whatnot, I get disappointed because I know he's not living up to his potential.
Yeah, if it's that Hulk, I can see why he can't break out of Spider-Man's webbing. But man, I mean, there's some other cameos. They had the Punisher in there.
Yeah, this was actually my first time seeing the trailer. So when I saw Punisher, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, Judge, Jury, Executioner, man."
No, this might be a good movie.
That's Angel's character from Marvel Rivals right there.
Yep, that's him.
We pull out the machine gun real quick.
Yeah, it's funny how Spider-Man this summer, I think.
Man, I want to see Black Cat in the movie.
If they don't nerf her. Yeah, maybe that's his new love. Because here's the thing. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. In the comics, Peter Parker gets cut. Because in the comic line where Mary Jane becomes Venom, apparently him and Mary Jane break up and she gets like a boyfriend or something like that. And so like Peter's third wheeling his love interest. He's kind of like watching Mary Jane kiss her new boyfriend, all this kind of stuff. So he kind of gets cut. And it kind of seems like they're moving in that timeline or that storyline. They're bringing elements of that to this movie because he made everybody forget who he is. Now Mary Jane, his love interest, doesn't even know he exists. So now she, I guess, has other interests that aren't Peter Parker. So now he's like watching third wheeling Mary Jane. So it definitely seems like it's a good window of opportunity for
Peter Parker became Adam 22.
Yep. But this is where maybe Black Cat will be there for it. It makes sense in this timeline. It makes sense for Black Cat to be his love interest if he loses Mary Jane, which is an effect to the consequence of him having everybody's mind erased. It's like, all right, like when everybody's mind erased, well, consequences to that, and one of those consequences is losing your girl Mary Jane. But luckily, in Peter Parker Spider-Man storyline, there's Gwen Stacy, there's Felicity, Black Cat. So it's not like Mary Jane is his only love interest, but I don't know. I was liking his dynamic with Zendaya. I like Zendaya and Mary Jane, so that he lost that. Also, I think in one of the movies, Ned, I think it was the one with all the three, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland Spider-Man. Ned talks about, I'd never turn into your enemy, Peter. Because I guess in like all the Spider-Man movies, like his best friend always becomes like a super villain. But because Spider-Man erased everybody's mind, his best friend probably is going to turn into Hobgoblin. So I think they got a lot of stuff cooking for this next Spider-Man. I'll just say that. So you got potential Hobgoblin. You got Scorpion. Yeah, like Sammy said, Scorpion. It's good to see him on screen. I know they did Sandman and Venom and Rhino and all these different.
And this is why they're rebooting some of the villains, because their one-off movies were trash, but now they can bring back a guy like Kraven. They can bring Morbius in. All these guys.
Crazy. Spider-Man is one of the Marvel franchises that I feel like I've liked every Spider-Man movie I've watched. So I'm actually looking forward to this one.
Yeah, there's always every Spider-Man movie. There's always something to like about it. Whether you don't like everything, there's always something that movie just does good. I feel like I will say Marvel Spider-Man's the best hero Marvel's ever came out with. I'm a DC fan, but I can't even lie. Like they cooked for Spider-Man. They cooked. So yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. It's definitely gonna bring people back out to the theaters.
All right, so next up, now that trailer is done,
Dune 3.
we got Dune. It's the Dune Part 3. I actually did see this was the one with the Batista and what's the main actor's name? Chalamet.
Damn.
He was dating a Jenner.
Zendaya and both of them.
Yep.
Zendaya's eating. She's eating. You know,
Damn,
they
this
say,
is about to be the year of Zendaya because on top from these two movies that she's in, also Euphoria season 3 is coming out, where she's also the star character in.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, who's the girl from Avatar who plays Natiri in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana got competition because right now she's like the highest paid actress of all time because of her roles with Marvel and Avatar. But Zendaya catching up to you. Just wait on it. I don't know if we got the link for that.
I'm in the middle of a race. I wasn't aware that we're gonna do another trailer. I'm not gonna lie. Give me a second. I'm almost done.
Are we good?
Yeah, my brother was telling me that I actually haven't watched any of the, but my brother was telling me Dune is actually really good, especially the second one.
It is. It reminds me. I don't know if you ever read like a good book. It kind of gives me like book vibes, but like brought to life. A little bit of Star Wars elements, a little bit of sci-fi, and I'm trying to think what other world it reminds me.
Y'all ever watch like Waterworld?
No.
The movie with Kevin Costner?
Mm-mm.
Oh, nah.
It reminds me of that, like the whole world being covered in water, but like the planet being covered in sand.
Okay.
No, it's definitely good. But yeah, I'm curious to see what this third trailer. It seemed like at this point he gets his powers. Just going off the second movie, it's like this is the time where he like, it's time to get some action, time to resist, time to do something, So it's gonna be lit. Yeah, this is so.
Next thing you'll say, I went to the same school as her.
Listen, I don't got a problem with the snow, but
Yeah, me and Anya, we can have ourselves our own little Zendaya. We can create one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is Dune Part 3.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah. I find it funny that trailer for Dune literally dropped the day after the Oscars, which is a good segue into our next topic. But like, this man, Chalamet, he lost.
We might
all
have
his
to
awards.
like not stream trailers anymore.
Why? What happened?
We just got a warning because of it.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
What it say?
Copyright strikes because one of the DMCA fucking on either Spider-Man or whatever. One of them
Probably the movie stuff. Gaming trailers are usually fine, but movie trailers and stuff sometimes, yeah, because they don't want people going to other channels to see the trailer.
I don't know. Are we still live though? Because I don't know if they cut us off.
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still live.
Because sometimes YouTube will take you out the fucking live stream because of it.
Yeah, that's got to be Dune, bro. It was either Dune or Spider-Man if we got a warning.
Yeah, we might have them not show. We could talk about it, but I don't think we can show movie trailers anymore. Unfortunately, we're not big enough to where we don't get copyright strike. You know.
That's fair.
All right, so I guess movie trailers aside, we got two topics on here. We got, I guess Michael B. Jordan wins big at the Oscars. So what's going on there, Sammy? That you want to bring up with us?
Like I said, it was funny how the Oscars ended on Sunday, and the day after, Monday, Dune had a trailer drop. And I was like, so this man Timothy went to the Oscars, lost all his awards, and then Warner Bros. Like, we got you, and dropped this trailer for this movie.
It does definitely seem like
I thought we were talking about the Michael B. already.
This is.
Oh, we talking about Michael B. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
he's talking about how Tim Chalamet lost pretty much all of his Oscar stuff, but Michael B. Jordan won. So it definitely does seem like Timothy Chalamet, or however you say his name, is kind of like the next big actor that they've been pushing, but that they're trying to put. But Michael B. Jordan, man, he's been around for a long time, and he's been holding it down, especially for, a lot of the movies for the culture. And the fact that a lot of movies from the culture are winning big because of him and his performances and stuff, I think is very relevant. I think he got off of, what was it, Sinners?
Yeah, Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners.
Yeah, W performance. He played two twins, but each one of them had distinct personalities and stuff.
And he played a vampire.
Yeah, played vampire. I guess. Yeah.
Honestly, I think
you
if you weren't big on Michael B. Jordan, I feel like his Sinners performance playing Smoke and Stack I feel like that kind of put him up there. Like that kind of shows how versatile he could be, honestly.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in, he played a lot of sports movies back when starting off, basketball, football movies, but now he's on some bigger roles.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Ryan Coogler, that's his star, basically. Ryan Coogler, if it's a Ryan Coogler movie, you're going to have Michael B. Jordan. Which I'm not mad, because Hollywood...
I kind of like how they got that relationship, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jordan and Pippen.
Yep.
Kobe and Shaq. Wade and LeBron.
Hmm.
So, it's good to see him. Obviously, there might be some salty people like Lori Harvey. I heard that, this could have been a false rumor. She was posting something online being salty because they used to date. Maybe... So I think there was some girl who was in media that he went to high school with. That used to bully him.
Yeah. You talking about the corny girl or the girl?
Yeah, called him corny. So definitely a big moment for him. Obviously, even Michael B. Jordan,
She was on a fucking talk show hosting with some other women. They were talking about how she didn't really call him corny and shit like that. She was trying to backtrack, even though there was like proof that she did.
But yeah, I think it W for Michael B. Hopefully, my only thing with Michael is he played Killmonger really well too. Can't forget about that. But
he did. He was fire as Killmonger. He was actually my favorite role in the movie.
Yeah, I'm just glad they killed them off.
Yeah, for real. Like I feel like if anybody, could have replaced the Black Panther other than the sister, it would have been him.
Yeah.
He could have been. I mean, like they could have grabbed them like multiverses. They could have just grabbed the version of him that actually was a Black Panther and brought him out. Boom, he's real-lived again. Marvel.
Hey, maybe for Doomsday, they mess with the multiverse. That's an opportunity. But it seems like they more focus on Captain America. So I don't know.
You know what's crazy? You said that. Speaking of Lori Harvey, her current boyfriend, Damson Idris,
he's being
he's the main
considered for Black Panther.
For Black Panther right now, which I'm not mad at because he's a damn good actor.
I mean, that's probably because they don't want to pay Michael B. Jordan price. That's all it is.
But I mean, Damson's been in some movies too, so they're gonna have to pay him some money too. Not the Michael B. Jordan price, but a decent amount of money too.
But I feel like Michael B. Jordan would do a lot better though. I feel like he did Killmonger so good that he could do Black Panther. he can do justice for Black Panther.
This is the first time I think I watched a movie where I was kind of like rooting for the villain. If that makes sense.
Yeah, he kind of represented Black Americans in the movie, where T'Challa was kind of like represented the African that kind of has like abandoned, the African American. There was a lot of symbolicism behind it, but he definitely, I feel like a lot of Black Americans can relate to Killmonger.
And I'm gonna say,
obviously.
No, I mean I agree with the Killmonger. So I was gonna say, I actually did watch Sinners finally, like a couple months ago. We put it in the VC, and that was a good ass fucking movie, yo. Like he played both of those roles fucking great, bro. You know how hard it is to talk to yourself.
Facts.
Yep.
No, so that was well deserved for that.
Big congrats to Michael B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably how people with split personalities be thinking they look.
I've been looking into that probably because of Moon Knight. I was watching Moon Knight, and I was just thinking, is that really what split personality is like? Like, it's like 4 people that, one person. It makes me wonder, like, in the Bible, it talks about how like they would cast like a legion of demons into some pigs, or have somebody be possessed by like a legion of demons. Like, it makes me wonder if like maybe those people back then had like multiple personalities. Because I mean, like, the thing about multiple personalities, a lot of times it's not just 1 or 2. Like sometimes people with multiple personalities can have like 30 different multiple personalities and stuff.
Yep.
But if that's what it's like, that's wild. Like just a different personality takes over for a little bit. And I heard something that like when different personalities take over, that there's like amnesia. So like let's say your personality red, but there's personality green. If personality green takes over, anything that personality green does, whenever you switch back, you don't have any memory or reconciliation of what happened once you gain control.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's kind of wild. Yeah. But I heard that a lot of split personalities is due to trauma. Like if somebody's going through like a traumatic situation, it's almost like their mind makes another personality to take the trauma for them.
I can see that being a thing.
It's very interesting. 'Cause I guess they say like a lot of people who do have split personalities usually have like something traumatic happen in their childhood where they disassociate or their brain. So yeah, the mind is. I mean, we're still figuring out the human mind, the human brain. And is very. Scientists still haven't fully figured it out. But the brain can do some interesting things in certain scenarios.
It's true.
But yeah, that is shout out to Michael B. Jordan in the Oscars. Obviously, if you want to see who else won,
made history. I think he was like what 106 Black men or just blacks in general to win a lead Oscar.
He deserved it. Angela Bassett definitely deserved it, but she didn't win when she played her role. But it's good that Michael B. is getting some recognition. I think he plays his role so good you can't even stub him of his accomplishments.
Well, no disrespect to the others that were in the running, but I thought to myself, was like, as great as they were in their own respective movies, I'm like, this movie was just as good, and the guy that you're going up against played 2 roles. You guys only had to do 1 role. Like, I don't even think it's a competition at that point.
Just in the overall narrative run, I think like I would always hear about Sinners everywhere, online, from word of mouth. Everybody was talking about Sinners. I don't think people were talking about those other movies.
No, Sinners made the most money out of the other movies that were in that competition.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever was up for lead role with Michael B. Jordan, he made the most money out of them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess next up we have on here, you have something about Netflix Assassin's Creed.
Yes, so they announced on there. So they announced back in July about them doing the TV series, and then recently reports came out that they are confirming like the cast. So we want to pull up an article. I don't know any of the actors. Maybe some of you do.
I think if they're doing good
about this, so I have no idea.
I don't know nothing about it.
Crazy. Y'all never heard about this?
No, I'm not into Assassin's
No,
Creed. I'm a Prince of Persia head.
Yeah, the same with Caleb. Like I haven't like I love Assassin's Creed the games, but like I'm not like that invested to where like I would have an article pop up saying, "Oh, by the way," you know what I mean?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Oh my gosh.
So I have never played any Assassin's Creed. So.
No way.
But I have heard of this show that's happening. But it's extremely surface level, and that's all I heard. So I don't know anything else that's going on. Wait, is this gonna be on Prime?
No, it's gonna be on Netflix. It's Netflix that owns this, or the rights to do the TV show.
It might be kind of cold. Netflix got some heaters out.
Yeah, they've been doing some good game adaptations lately. So I'm kind of like I seen the Assassin's Creed movie that they did way back when, and I thought it was decent. So I know it's not the same people that are doing the movie that are doing this, but I mean, if the movie wasn't bad, how bad could the TV show be? Like, let's be real.
And do you guys think it could put AC in a good light? Because I think so. No, you know, people are kind of in terms of the game series.
But I think they've been feeling like that since maybe after Origins.
Probably. I
think it might get some people who've never played the game.
Play the game, just like with the Fallout TV series.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I still ain't played Fallout.
But that TV show is fire. Oh my god!
Even if I don't play the game,
I mean, it's the same way. It's the same way with One Piece. There's a lot of people that watch the live action that has not watched the anime, not one episode. I'm one of those people. But that fucking live adaptation of One Piece is so fucking fire, bro.
I'm hearing great things.
Oh my god, dude! It makes me want to watch the anime. I'm not going front. It makes me want to watch the anime.
Hey, you should, man. You should.
Like the level, and I've heard reviews of people that watched the anime, and they said, you know, yeah, the way they do it to where they can maximize the amount of episodes and chapters of the manga. They still detail everything perfectly to where you understand what's going on. Like you can hop into the anime and still understand what the fuck is going on.
Yep, I feel like they're taking a lot of the very key important details that you would want to put in live action into live action.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't wait. From what I read, they're talking about this is supposed to be 12 seasons. So One Piece is supposed to be a 12-season franchise, and and there's a lot of speculation that's gonna either end in the I don't know the arc, but it's the arc after the time skip. I don't know who's up to date. I don't know who's up to date in One Piece.
I'm up to date. Yeah, it's up to the time skip. The first
Wano arc is what people are speculating is going to end. Is the Wano arc?
The Wano.
Okay, so that's actually kind of way after the time skip.
I would say that's pretty far after it.
That or the Sky one, whatever Sky Bridge or Sky is. I've heard Sky. Yeah, I heard it's either Skypiea or Wano, and it's either before they do the time skip or they sell off. From what I heard, they're thinking it's either going to end there or it's going to end at the Wano arc.
Which wouldn't they
end there?
Why would it end there? That'll probably be like season 6
when it ends.
Yeah, at the rate if they're doing 12 seasons, at the rate they're going, they'll definitely get it to the end. I don't think so.
You think 12? Do you think 12 seasons can catch everybody up?
At the rate they're going, yeah, because they skip over some things.
I mean, from what I heard, they covered 154 chapters, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
Or episodes.
So, yeah, in one season or in 1-2 seasons, they've already covered hundreds of episodes. So I feel like with 12, they can definitely catch up towards the end. Like I said, I think like the Land of Wano, that could be like season 6 or 7. Which Wano is going to be a huge season.
So I heard this season coming up because they're already in production. Like they're nailing these seasons back to fucking back. It looks like. So the season 3 is going to be Alabasta. Is that shit going to be hard or what? Because I never watched the anime, but a lot of people say it's going to be gas.
Oh, that's Crocodile, right?
Yes.
Yes, they show Crockett.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not even gonna say it, but that okay. So yeah, so I'm hyped then.
Let's just say Luffy if they do the fight scene justice, Luffy gets tested. You're gonna like it. I'll say this. I ain't no spoiler. Angel, you are gonna like this fight. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Crocodile is a great villain, and they showed didn't they show how Vivi looked already?
Yes. We went through.
He looks.
We talked. Yeah, Angel. That's why we thought because it's they showed the casting for the characters, and we're like, yo, like this is what Vivi looks like in the anime. This is what she looks like.
In the live action. Oh my god, people were talking so much shit, bro. Oh my god, but Princess Vivi's fine as hell. Oh my god,
she is, bro.
Oh, the actor
don't know what the fuck they're talking about because Oda literally
handpicks all these people.
Everybody. Yeah, he gave the green light.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic, though. Let's be realistic. Those people that talk about, why is she this color, whatever. People gotta understand one thing. What she's portraying as the princess is like what, Middle East, like like hot weather. You don't. That's nothing but brown.
Just that
nothing but brown people over there. So it wouldn't make sense. Like people literally broke it down. Like it wouldn't make sense to have any other like person. Like she fits it perfectly.
Yeah, the people of South India or the Middle East, see what skin color they have, and she pretty much matches up.
They're literally in a desert, bro.
Yeah, they're desert people. She wouldn't be pale white, bro. It's just It's just Japan.
She was pale.
Some of these Japanese animation studios or mangaka, sometimes I don't know what they have issues with black people. They got to catch up. Obviously. Even in Dragon Ball, they were kind of behind on some of their depictions of
people complain because Netflix is casting a lot of brown and black actor, people of color, pretty much. And I'm like, I mean, that Netflix do what it's doing because they've been cooking a lot of these fucking live actions. What the fuck?
Like, hey, there's actors and actresses that are not white, that are brown and black, and they deserve roles, and they can play roles, and they have the skills and abilities. And on top of that, like it just makes more sense, for them to play it. Like, I don't know, I just think the source material is just off sometimes. Like I said, like Disney did it right with Aladdin. They made Aladdin and Jasmine actually look like people from that region. But for some reason, in manga and anime, sometimes they like want to make everybody like white or Japanese. So I think what they're doing with One Piece is they're making a world and they're making it feel more realistic. It wouldn't feel realistic if everybody was black or everybody was white or everybody was Asian, like especially if they come from different regions of the world. So I think what they're doing with One Piece is having characters from different parts of the One Piece world, and having different ethnicities represent that.
Yo, it's funny you said you mentioned Aladdin. And I was like, yo, I look at the actor that played Vivi. I was like, yo, she'll play a nice ass Jasmine, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Really would.
Don't tell Caleb that.
I'm sure Caleb agrees.
I like their casting. Yeah, so
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited.
Yeah, so I'm all. I have to watch the show. See, while you're watching the live action, I'm watching the anime.
You haven't watched it? Yo, I would highly recommend it, man. It's actually, I highly recommend it. First season got me hooked. I'm like,
good things about it.
I saw the first season. I just haven't started the second season.
Okay. Oh, the dude. Oh man, the second season, bro. There's a lot of good fights, bro. It's a lot of good fights.
Yeah, I will say, not to spoil too much, this is the part of One Piece where the fights feel more balanced or more strategic, because Luffy can't just rely on certain elements in the future that are brought forward, and I felt like his fights, he always had like figure out a way to like get past the devil fruit, kind of like it kind of like Pokemon, what I'm saying, like in
boy stage right now, man.
Yeah, in like
trenches right now.
He has to be more creative. That's why some of my favorite fights are early One Piece, because he has to like come up with different attacks using his devil fruit in the creative ways. But now it's just like, you know, he's not as creative. But I enjoy the early
creative.
Like, I don't know, like a lot of his attacks.
Look at it.
No, not to say too. A lot of his attacks are just like different variations of either big punches or fast punches. But I feel like when he only had Gear 1, you know, he was like spiraling around people and doing stuff. It
looked like he was doing more versatile things to do damage.
Yeah,
I could feel that.
Yeah,
I don't want to say too much, so we don't gotta like spend too much time.
If you want to spoil it, yo, like,
yeah, but
I will say, but at the end of the day, they did a good job, and I think from what I hear too, like there is some changes. So the y'all that did watch the anime, I'm sure y'all gonna point off the differences, but they're nice touches. Like a lot of people that are One Piece fans, they said there's a lot of good touches, and you know they do little certain cameos here and there that you know may not be introduced in the anime already by that season, but like and like future arcs they talk about it when they introduce the character. So those characters are shown in real time, since you know if you watch the anime you will understand, okay, like, oh, that's pretty cool that you introduced this person because he wasn't until like so and so arc, but he talks about being at that point, you know.
Makes more sense within the world building, because they're world building for sure.
They're definitely doing little cameos to prepare for like the future of the show, which is actually pretty nice.
Oh, dude, there's so many arcs, man.
Like, Sammy, I highly recommend you get into the live action, and hopefully that makes you want to.
Yeah, Sammy,
I'll watch,
definitely give it a shot.
Live action for sure.
Real quick, not just One Piece. So Invincible season 4 just came out, by the way. So all my Invincible heads. So if you want to see, you know, Mark Grayson, you know, go at it, and you know, new drag dude. Yeah, I'm hyped too. I need to check it out.
I started the first episode, but I got busy, so I couldn't like really finish it. But hey, tomorrow I'm about to go crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They released the first 6 episodes already.
Yup, I'll be watching it. And then there's I'm trying to think what else is there coming out. Is The Boys coming out yet or not? Not yet. I know.
I think soon. Hey, hold on, let me look it up. But I feel like it's soon. I think this year, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this will be season 5, right?
Yeah, the final season.
Yeah,
and they're incorporating the characters from the spin-off series. What was it? It was
next month. The Boys comes out next month.
Yeah, so Amazon's cooking right now. Also, just a quick, there's another anime that just came out on Disney Plus called Rooster Fighter. That's another one to check out. And hey, I watched the first episode. I ain't gonna lie.
It was fire.
And then, yeah, it looks like they cooking. They cooking. So yeah. So you got a lot of comedy to it.
It looks like Rings of Power. If you guys are the Rings of Power fans, it looks like, you know, season 3 is already wrapped production, and it might be shown either late 2026 or early 2027. So I'm excited for that because I love that show. That show's been fire too.
Sammy, you hyped for Rings of Power?
Nah.
Sammy, what do you like to watch? Shit.
What? You know why I don't like Rings of Power.
Rings of Power is fire, bro. Are you a Lord of the Rings fan?
I am a Lord of the Rings fan.
All right, yeah, you're out. You're out. No, you're out of here. That's crazy.
But nothing ever touches the trilogy for me. But I will say, House of the Dragon's coming back.
Oh yes.
What season is House of Dragons on?
This will be the 3rd season.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Yep.
Right now in House of the Dragons, what would you guys rate House of the Dragons right now? Because I've only watched a couple episodes of the first season.
I say for me, I rated it up there. To be honest, I think it's I think it's up there with Game of Thrones, aside from the last season of Game of Thrones, which has been trash. But I tell you,
I
it
would
picks
agree.
up. It picks up in the second season. Like the end of the first season is like holy shit, and then the second season it's a lot better. Like the first season is building, character building. Second season you get a lot of it, and then this upcoming season is gonna be chef's kiss, because I know exactly what they're gonna do in this third season.
So you feel like so far House of Dragon is kind of like prime Game of Thrones ish?
Oh yeah,
I would say the next best thing to Game of Thrones.
Yes, 100%. And it's nice that you get to see it before, you know, there wasn't that many dragons and shit like that, because you know Game of Thrones, you know, you only had Daenerys as 3 dragons, but this one's full of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's before, you know, all they basically got killed off. You know, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool, and you get to see a lot of the stuff that, you know, if you rewatch Game of Thrones, you'd be like, oh shit, like, you know, there's a lot of moments where like you will see a lot of like the events of Game of Thrones like start to fruition, you know, if you know what I mean.
You know what? I retract my statement. Harry Potter's not the closest we got to Lord of the Rings. Well, yeah. Wait, hold on.
Oh, speaking of Harry Potter, you know, we got a Harry Potter TV show coming out. That's basically Harry Potter is basically all the books again, but each season is going to be dedicated to one book. So you'll cover more details from the book per season, because the movie's like what, 2 hours? And now in season form, if you get 8 episodes at an hour long, you got 8 hours worth of content per one book. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be able to cover more detail in the show, but it's essentially basically just a retelling of what the movies were, but more detail in different casts.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit.
Stay tuned.
House of the Dragon comes out in June 2026, by the way.
And we can't forget the new season of From. That's gonna be coming out.
Oh my god, Nano! I can't believe you watched that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, bruh. I still gotta finish the last 8 episodes of season 3.
Oh my god, you're in a treat, bro. I want to spoil it for you so bad, but you gotta watch it.
Yeah, man, we can talk about that shit. Cause I'm definitely gonna catch up by the time it comes out. But
bro, me and my girl watch that shit. It's our favorite TV show right now.
Bro, Pro and his girl watch that shit, and they put me on.
Man, we gotta do a watch party sometime.
That's just good, bro. That's good. Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know like, I feel like if you like, there's something to watch, bro. Like this, just how I feel like it's too much fire games out, and it's too much fire shit out to watch, man.
You got to pick and choose.
Isn't there a new Demon Slayer movie coming out too?
Later this year, I think back in
is that supposed to be
the
this
fall?
year?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Let's see. Which would be part 2?
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, man, there's a lot of fire shit out to watch, man. So
yeah, we could go on and on. You know, we hit the 2-hour mark. You know, we don't go too far in the trailers, but there's some good stuff coming out.
It's not gonna come out this year. It's probably next year.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, save some good stuff for later. But yeah, Mr. Khalid, what's our next topic, man?
Pikmon.
Quick, before we get to Pikmon, you know, they get something real quick. Highguard, or PlayStation did send out a statement regarding Highguard, so I got the statement, but it says, this happened today, Highguard, thank you for being a valued PlayStation customer. I don't know if you got the image. You can post it if you want. But it says live services for Highguard went offline on March 12, 2026. The game is not playable and any purchases in-game content are no longer accessible. As a result, we have refunded the price of any content you purchase on the PlayStation Store for this title back to your original payment method. This may take 30 to 60 days to appear on your bank statement. If your original payment source was unavailable, we refunded the purchases amount on your PSN wallet. So they refunded everybody. It's the people spent money.
Tell the good news for Pro.
Yeah, so he'll get his money back. The people who invest in, I like that. At least like the people who, took a chance on the game, enjoyed it, and invested on the game will at least get their money back. You know,
we got money back from Anthem.
Yeah, no, probably maybe it's EA. And if Disney Speedstorm ever gets canceled, y'all not getting y'all money back. Just so y'all know. Yeah, if y'all think Gameloft is gonna pay y'all back,
Gameloft would shut down. You know how much money they owe us?
Bro, yeah, they're not gonna pay you back for the tokens and the golden passes. Oh yeah, we're sorry, we closed down the game and all your 100 racers are now gone that you spent a lot of money on.
The founders.
They wouldn't do that, bro. But at least this game paid back. I believe there's a game Don't Even Think had some cool werewolf skins, $20 though, a little expensive, but they refunded, people. So
Yeah, that company lost a lot of money doing all that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Where you got to refund people, you didn't even make no money. Even the money you did get, you're giving back because the game didn't even last.
At this point,
you
didn't make any money then, yeah, because you're refunding everybody. So like, you ain't make shit. You lost money at this point.
These guys took the biggest L.
Crazy.
They did.
Lost money on marketing. You knew you had to pay some money at the Game Awards for that marketing for that game. On top of that, you paid to make the game. And on top of that, you have to refund everybody that spent money in the game. Oh.
But yeah, that is the final chapter of Highguard. I just wanted to, close the book on it. This was probably the last information we'll probably be getting from Highguard. But yeah, that is a note from PlayStation. Like I didn't spend no money though. I didn't spend no money. I had fun though for a little bit.
And we just got to make sure Marathon isn't the new Highguard or what people are calling fucking Concord 3.
Oh, dude, people like I said, people
so who was Concord 2?
Highguard.
Oh shit!
Oh, they're trying to say Marathon's Concord 3. Oh, these people are ridiculous.
Yeah, they just run.
They want to see.
Oh my god!
They want to see the world burn.
These nicknames are hilarious. I didn't even know there was a Concord 2.
Bro, Sammy, somebody made a fucking road map for Concord, bro. Like a timeline.
Concord.
First time tour. For what's gonna be Concord.
What the
Lord?
So like future games that are gonna be coming out, they're the roadmap for the next Concord.
At first it was Concord, then it was Highguard, then it was Marathon, and then there was another game, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, people are trifling, bro.
Bro, but if they're already saying Marathon's the next Concord, like that's not. Bro, what is the player count right now?
Why would you want your industry that you're in, like if you're a gamer, like just sports people, or basketball heads, football heads, why would you want everything that comes out in your genre or your niche to fail? That's the issue with people.
But I'm hearing good stuff about Marathon, at least from the people who's actually
and it's not live. I mean, it's $40 paying, so bare minimum, like it's not gonna fail like Concord. I mean, it could, but I don't think it's gonna fail like Highguard.
Nah, it's not, bro. It's owned by Bungie. It's not gonna fail like that.
Owned by Bungie. It's a remake,
but it's not gonna like shut down.
People who were fans of the first game probably got it. You know what I'm saying? It might not be for everybody, but they have an audience that is. I don't think it's going anywhere. But I guess next.
I mean, Marathon's numbers are sitting at like what 50K, so it's not bad. It's better than a lot of games right now. And that's not even including console numbers. So game could be well sitting at like over 100K player count.
With all the games that are out to take people's attention and time, having 50,000 people that want to log in your game servers, that's a pretty good number.
I will say though, it'll take a hit tomorrow because Crimson Desert drops.
Oh, 100. We're gonna get there.
But Crimson Desert is a single player game, so
it's a different audience.
Yes, but people spending over 300 hours in the game already for reviews.
Yeah, but the ball and gun gamers, or quote unquote the gun side, the gun gamers, they're not gonna play.
Yeah,
Crimson
they're
Desert.
gonna play it. Yeah,
they're gonna play. They're gonna play Marathon or Call of Duty or whatever game they own. But Starfield, like I said, we covered the DLSS 5 and how it looked. There's an update. I don't even want to cover it that long. Okay, I guess there's an update. PS5 release. So, you know, Microsoft, it was such a failure. They said, let's see if we can get some PlayStation dollars. So, if you want to try out Starfield on the PlayStation 5, you will be able to do that. Yeah.
I don't think it was a failure. That's the reason why I came to PlayStation. I think it's just because
I heard that shit was extra.
That game was a failure, bro. That game was a failure. You want to talk about Concord 3, bro? That game did not live up to any expectation.
I don't think it was a failure. I just think that because Microsoft is now running Xbox, they're like, we want to see profit margins higher than what they are. So they're going to put games everywhere.
I think that game was a failure, bro.
No, it was, bro.
Was supposed
I don't think so.
20 years in the oven, and that's what you got? At best, a 7 out of 10. If 20 years in the oven, outdated game. You can't even land on certain planets.
I don't think it took them 20 years to make this game.
It did. It was 20 years in development. That's the crazy part.
Nah, I think they.
It sounds crazy, bro, but they said they were
in development for 20 years.
Yeah, so kind of like what Sammy said, they probably weren't like putting the pieces together.
Bare minimum 10 years. Okay, maybe I got the number. 10 years, 100%.
There ain't no way 10 years either, bro. This game would have been axed.
They probably was like brainstorming and probably like had ideas and stuff like that. But regardless, for a long time, the game was supposed like hyped up. They was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the game. This is like the space game and stuff. And when that shit dropped, motherfuckers was not fucking with the game.
Yeah,
I was on it day one.
You played it,
Sammy. No offense, you play a lot of games.
Nah, I didn't beat it because at the time, no, it's not dead. It's still alive. At the time, I was playing Speedstorm, and you know how that shit goes, bro.
Sammy is Concord. Sammy is the Concord Zero. That's Sammy.
All I'm saying is at the time we was playing Speedstorm, you know, we had what's it called, the World Cup, the divisions, all that shit going on. So I wasn't playing any games apart from that. It was only till I quit Speedstorm that I was able to touch games again. I was able to touch grass, as they say.
I'll give Starfield it's shipbuilding. The fact that you can make your own spaceship was cool and stuff, but that game did not live up to
No Man's Sky, bro.
Well, that's not the so the game going to PS5 is not the big update. The big update that everyone's talking about is the updates that are coming to the game in terms of like a free update and DLC. So one of the free update is allowing you to now do interplanetary travel. So instead of having to like pick a destination and then your ship flying to that destination has like a loading screen, it now lets you fly in a galaxy from any point, and you can pretty much discover like different encounters, like obviously pirates, aliens, different things happening while you're traveling from planet to planet, or if you just want to fly around for free and do whatever you want to do. So that's a new thing that everyone's talking about, that's loving. And then the Terran Armada DLC, I didn't get too much into the article that I was reading because at the time I was doing something, but this is another DLC that's coming to the game. So this is going to add some more quests, some more missions, and I think it's going to add a new vehicle, a new land vehicle. So
it sounds good. Too little, too late. They added a lot of these features that should have been on release. Like y'all been working on this game for so long, and then on release you didn't have these features. Like now, people don't care about the game anymore, to be honest.
So the day one players were beta testers.
Yeah, so now people are supposed to come back to Starfield. That's probably why they showed up. That's probably why NVIDIA showed off Starfield with the DLSS, because they trying to get people back on that game.
I mean, a lot of
it's
people have been
new,
on it
but
lately because they did. Some guy did like a Star Wars mod for the game, and like
I mean,
all the Star
yeah.
Wars fans hopped back on the
I mean,
game.
people
just to
made
play the
Star
mod.
Wars ships when it first came out, but I don't think it's gonna bring too many people.
No. This wasn't just about ships. It was a big like mod for the game that turned the game into Star Wars.
Yeah, it turned
Like, you can play with
all of them in the
lightsabers,
clothes.
all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people hop back on just to get the mod and play Starfield.
If you gotta play a mod to refurbish the whole game, that means the base game
is trash.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, people are coming back because of a mod. That's not that. They're not playing Starfield the way the developers intended.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like that's still a good thing though, because it's still people playing the game, and it just means the game, I guess, has mod support. So that's never really a bad thing.
My only thing is this is like the opposite of like Concord Highguard. This is like I feel like people didn't give those games a chance. This is the opposite situation where everybody gave, Starfield a chance and was hyped for it and not shitting on it, and then it didn't deliver and it was unfinished and unpolished. So, yeah, if Starfield was almost like a game that probably deserves what it got, you know what I'm saying? Because it didn't deliver on what it promised.
It did not, man. I remember this girl I used to talk to, man, when Highguard, not Highguard, when Starfield came out, she was like super hyped for it. She was like, oh, I'm gonna get the game and stuff. And when that shit dropped, she was like, I'm not getting that shit.
Yeah, bro. It's one of those things. Everybody has a first impression or first whatever people give you a first chance. Like it kind of betrayed us. We all open-minded to it, and that's all you can do. Sometimes you meet a certain person, all you can is take them at face value, and they have a chance to show that they're a cool person, or they can show themselves to be terrible. And I think Starfield ended up not necessarily blowing us away on this first.
Hopefully the devs learned a valuable lesson though.
Yeah. But if so many companies that just care about profit, they think they can release unfinished, unpolished games, and you want to talk about some slop? That's some slop. Where they think we'll just accept any slop and pay $80 for it, just unfinished and everything. Nah, I think.
I mean, they made their money.
Yeah, probably from the initial hype, I could see them making a lot of sales. I don't know.
If it was over 10 million the first year.
Before here's the difference. The bad reviews came after people bought the game and played it. Yep. But the issue with Highguard and the issue with Concord is it got bad reviews before people played the game. That's the issue. So Starfield, it got to make its money before the negative reviews came out.
Reviews weren't even valid though for those games. They were just people hating on the game.
Yeah, but hey, people don't care about whether they played the game or not. They just heard word of mouth. The
difference is with Starfield is niggas was actually fucking with the game. Like they played it and they wasn't fucking with it.
Most people who have negative reviews of Starfield played the whole game, beat it, and said, I didn't like it. That's usually the Starfield reviews.
Yep.
I got a friend. I encourage my friend because he has an Xbox Series S, and I kind of feel bad that I did this, but he paid full price. I was like, yo, Starfield, come on. I sent him the trailers. I was hyped for it.
Ain't no way he paid full price and he's on Xbox.
All right, whether he got full price or was it the Game Pass? Maybe he got on Game Pass. I don't know. I think he might have.
That shit was free on Game Pass.
But I mean, he got it, and he didn't like it. So,
yeah.
Damn, Caleb. Not you recommending a game and he didn't even like it.
Yeah, it was a game I was excited for. That's why I recommended it, because I didn't have the console.
That game had a lot of hype around it, so I
was like, yo, this might be good, bro. Like, check it out, and yeah. So, like I said, the Starfield let a lot of people down who gave it a chance. So,
shit, I'm glad I wasn't fucking looking forward to the game.
I like my space games, my sci-fi, like Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order. I like my, space or, all of that type of stuff. So I thought this was going to be like, that type of thing. But yeah, execution.
Nah, the best way to
there.
describe Starfield is like Elder Scrolls in space.
I
Or
mean, you
Fallout
can
in space.
but if you haven't
Which
played Elder Scrolls or
technically,
Fallout,
they
that's no
did
reference.
say the world is kind of linked to Fallout. I won't spoil it.
Wait, what?
Trying to attach themselves to a successful franchise. Got it.
Is there franchise? What are you talking about?
But yeah, I think we spent too much time on Starfield, bro. We the next topic.
Caleb, you do know Bethesda owns Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Starfield.
Bro, if they want to take a failure and attach it to a success, they can do that. But
I don't think nobody's riding with that wave. I mean, like, it's probably true if they're saying it, but people just wasn't liking the game that much that nobody gives a fuck, honestly.
You're like, oh. In outer space, in this world, this is happening. Like, all right. But yeah, I guess we can move on. But yeah, that's the Starfield update. So kind of like, maybe like they're pulling the No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky kind of came out kind of like undercooked, and then over time it got better. So it seems like Starfield is trying to do the same with the new updates. So hey, maybe eventually, I don't like this idea where a game releases and then it gets good 10 years after the game released. Now it's good. Like, nah, like, why do I have to wait 6 years? Yeah, for the game to be at a state. Yeah, Cyberpunk, Witcher, the two other good examples. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm kind of iffy. I'm kind of iffy about that. Like, on one hand, I completely get where you're coming from, and I 100% agree. Like, I wish every game came out and was good off rip. But in the case that games do come out and they're not good, I do like hearing, certain success stories about companies releasing a game, it not living up to standards, but over time it becomes so much better because the devs learned, they did like a 180 and like put everything they could into the game to make it better. I do like hearing stories.
I will say to games like Cyberpunk and Starfield, or any games that came around that same timeline, we do have to remember a lot of these games were developed during COVID. So because of that,
that's an excuse.
I don't think it's an excuse, because when we look at games that are being released now, what are we doing? We're raving about them. We're like, oh, these games are amazing. But the games that were supposed to be like that were released during COVID, they weren't that amazing. That's because everyone had to work from home. You had to.
So are you saying work from home is not efficient?
I'm not. It depends on what you're doing. Obviously, when you're developing a game, I don't think it's going to be that efficient, just because instead of being able to look to the side and be like, oh, this is what my colleague's doing, we can implement this now on what we're working on. Now it's just like, oh, you got to send me the files, and it's not like your colleague's going to work you through step by step the entire way of what you need to do. They're going to leave you a message, and then you have to figure out what they mean. Obviously, you can call them and check, but like without them being there to give you the one for one, okay, this is what you got to do, then it makes things a bit harder. I think in terms of like designing games are very intricate. We look at them as art forms, at least true gamers, right? So if we look at them as the like works of art or masterpieces, you're going to want to take your time. You're going to want to put in effort. I'm not saying they didn't put in effort during, COVID, but I'm saying when you can't like mingle with your colleagues and collaborate together on certain pieces that you're doing for a game, it makes things a bit harder.
Yeah, it's still an excuse. I think there are some companies that it might have affected them, but then the other ones just use that as an excuse for putting out a bad product.
Well, I mean, which games during COVID came out that were like really bangers? I'll wait. There weren't any.
There was a lot of good games that came out, a year or two after COVID. What do you mean?
I don't remember any of them.
I think so.
Remember we had a dry spell. I didn't forget that. We had a dry spell in gaming, and everyone thought gaming was going down the drain. I didn't forget that.
To be fair, Caleb, damn near every company that was working around that time were complaining about COVID, and it yeah, some might have used it as an excuse, but we can't act like COVID wasn't like just straight fucking up the world.
It's 2026. If a game comes out and it's trash, they can't blame COVID no more.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Any games that came out around the time of COVID that were being designed and implemented during COVID, that's different. But games now, games like a Crimson Desert, I don't expect that from them. Games like a Arc Raiders, I don't expect that from them. You know what I mean? That's the difference I'm saying. We don't see really buggy games like that anymore because times have changed. Like, we're back in the studios, we're able to mingle, collaborate, all these kind of things before we weren't able to. So I have to give some kind of like leeway to some of these studios. Not all of them, because some of them do deserve it. That's why we saw a lot of delays back then too. GTA, no excuse.
I guess we could talk about
Pikmon.
I think. Oh, you want to talk about Pikmon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nano wasn't here last week. Well, we talked about a little bit.
Then we watched this trailer. It was like some fake Pokemon thing. Is this another fake Pokemon?
We watched it off stream, but Nano wasn't here. I said we'll save it for next week and we'll talk about it.
I mean, I watched the trailer, but yeah, that shit. I don't know how I feel about it, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know.
Able to put the trailer up.
It doesn't even look like it doesn't even look like a copy of Pokemon. Like a copy of.
It's honestly, when I saw it, it was.
We already watched it. We didn't watch it off stream. We watched it on stream.
Yeah, we watched it.
No, we watched it off stream.
No, we watched it on stream.
No, it was off stream.
Sammy, I promise you'll remember watching this on stream with you guys last week.
No, because remember, I saved it so that Nano could be here to talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely watched this last week. We definitely talked about this last week.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I know we talked about it, but it wasn't on stream because I said we should save it for Nano to come back. Otherwise, we'd be on a 4-hour stream.
Well, I saw the trailer, so it doesn't matter. I mean,
it looks like a copy of a copy. That's what it looks like. It looks like a copy of Pokemon game that copied Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the game. Is there like a release date? Wait, hold on.
I don't know if there's a release date. This game looks exactly like Power World.
Yeah, it looks like a copy of Power World. That's what it looks like. It doesn't even look like it's trying to copy Pokemon. It looks like it's trying to copy Power World. And so if Power World copied Pokemon, this is a copy of a copy. It's...
I don't know how I feel about this game. It's because we just literally saw Nintendo sue Power World. And, you know, Power World obviously won, but it's like...
Yeah, so it opened the floodgates of a game like this. I think Power World actually tried to bring up things that Pokemon was lacking and it put it in a game. This looks like it's just trying to copy or capitalize
the success off Power World, yeah.
Yeah,
but my thing is like, we literally seen Sony shut down a studio. Well, did they shut down a studio? No, shut down a game that was copying Horizon. Remember that game? That we was all talking about. We might just play it just because it looks better than Horizon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little spot on. But I think the difference. Regular Pokemon ain't got farming and all that kind of stuff that this game seems to have, which this game seemed to bring up elements from.
So the real reason I wanted to bring this up and talk about it and make sure we were all here to talk about it and discuss it was because like we're seeing like a lot of games surging and they're coming out looking like clones of other games or clones of clones. Like, how do we feel about this?
So, if it's strictly based off of like inspiration, I'm fine with being inspired from other games. But I feel like your game gotta like
be different.
Yeah, like I don't. If the game is different enough, then I could fuck with it. But I would prefer if games didn't just look like they completely took from another game. Like if your shit got like a Lucario looking motherfucker in it.
That's lack of
That
creativity.
Yeah, like I don't like that.
At that point, you could have just used AI.
Because as good as Pokemon designs are, like they're not the greatest designs of all time. Like a random artist could probably make a Pokemon design that's better than anything Nintendo's put out. So I think if you're just copying Pokemon for Pokemon, yeah, like that's lack of creativity, which is lame. Because I think our imagination, we could probably come up with, you know, some ideas for Pokemon that'd be interesting. Or like you said, you can use AI, and the AI can create Pokemon concepts. So I think there's a lot of tools out there to where you can't even use, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just gonna do Charizard with freaking I don't know, a red Charizard or something like that. Like you got to do better than that. Like come up with something different.
But
so,
I feel like it's a lot of games in the East that are doing this. Like they're copying other games.
Well, that's because China has a lot of things blocked in their country, and so they can't play some of these other franchises that the West gets to enjoy. So they have to create their own version of it. So I get that. You know, they have a lot of censorship. So if, let's say there's a game and it has something that the CCP or whatever doesn't agree with, you know, they can't play it. So a lot of Chinese developers are like, all right, well, it's a good game, it's a good game concept, we'll just make our version of it. So I get that. But if you're not, you know, in the country that has heavy censorship, and you ain't got no excuse. I mean, we already got a lot of remakes. Like we're in the age of every game gets a remake. So, you know, and when there's a game, there's remakes of the game, and then there's like copies, companies trying to copy a game. That's lame. I think what you should do is that, let's say if there's a game and they have a unique what do they call it, mechanic, and they're not doing anything with it, then I understand like taking that mechanic and building upon it. But just straight up copying and not adding anything to the franchise or anything to the formula, that's lame in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the trailer the first time, I literally sat back and I was like, this is Power World. Even some of the monsters they showed off are straight from Power World, like 1-for-1 copies.
Let's see if
like,
Power World sues.
Same color. Shit, how are they gonna sue after they came out of a lawsuit?
Yeah, they're not. I think
they're not in the position to be able to.
This game is going to be so irrelevant. They're not even going to sue because it's not even going to be worth their time. I don't even think this game goes.
What is coming on?
Nintendo and PS5, and I think it's skipping Xbox. Microsoft probably saw that and was like, nope.
I'm skipping the game.
Yeah. It's like we already got Power World, and
we got
Power World
free to play Pokemon Champions. Free to play Pokemon Champions coming out too next month. Ain't nobody worried about Pikmon.
Nintendo gonna sue them regardless. And a lot of content creators have been talking about this game, saying a lawsuit's incoming. Like even Moist Critical, like he was talking about it. And saying that there's going to be a lawsuit coming their way eventually. Because I mean, like, look at Power World. I get why Power World got sued, is like they were successful, but I mean, like, you're a brand new game, literally a copy of Power World, and you're inspired by our game Pokemon. You think Nintendo doesn't see this on their radar, especially with the backlash that this game's getting right now? On the community, from the community, like Nintendo probably sees this and like rubbing our hands right now because we're about to sue you, and we might win with this. We might win suing you this time just because, you know, Powell actually, they had some sense. You guys now, you have no leg to stand on. One, you're copying Power World 1-for-1, and two, your game literally looks like it was inspired by Pokemon.
Yep.
So there's no way we can lose this. This is a lawsuit that we can win. Let me ask you this, because you're talking about lawsuit. This game is releasing on the Switch. Wouldn't Nintendo not post this? Wouldn't Nintendo not let this happen? If they were going to sue them already?
You asked me a question. Let me ask you this. Remember that game, Light of Moltrum or whatever, that looked just like Horizon, right? Wasn't that game also dropping on PlayStation? And what happened? That game don't exist anymore.
Hey,
so the same thing is going to happen to this game. So they could say, "Oh, we're dropping this game on any platform we want." Mainly Nintendo, and Nintendo will look at that shit and be like, "Fuck you mean?" More like you about to be cease and desist out of this industry.
That's crazy.
Because Light of Moltrum or whatever that game's name was gonna drop on the PlayStation, and then it got sued, and then the game didn't exist no more. Same thing could happen to this. Pikmon could say we dropped it on both Switches, and Nintendo could be like, "We'll see about that." Like they're gonna take a play out of Sony's playbook.
Yeah,
I don't think this game is gonna see the light of day at this point. They're brave and shameless to be doing something like this, if you ask me.
Yeah, we don't gotta spend too long on this game, but overall, I think I don't know. I just wish their creatures didn't look so much like other games. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
like
I don't even know who. My real question is like, who greenlit this?
My thing is like, didn't we already have a Pokemon copycat of Power World? Like, why are we doing this again?
Because Power was successful, and they're saying, well, if Power could do it, why can't we?
Yeah,
that's literally what I think this is about. Like, Power can make that kind of money, why can't we? I don't know, man. I just think when Power World did it, I thought it was like a parody of Pokemon, which it really was, and it was a funny game. And I'm just like, well, see, Pokemon, a company that didn't really take itself too seriously, was able to make a Pokemon game that we've been asking for you to make for a long time, and you can't do it yet. And I accepted Power World for what it was. It was inspired by Pokemon. I know there was some pals that looked similar to Pokemon's, but for the most part, it was like a handful of them. It wasn't like the whole roster was like that. But this game literally is a 1-for-1 copy of some of the pals in Power World, and some of the Pokemons are inspired by Pokemon because they look like them. So it's like this is not even like it's an inspiration. This is literally plagiarism.
Yeah.
And they're doing it because they think they're probably going to get away with it because Power World won their court case. So they're probably thinking, well, if we get sued, we might be able to win because of Power World. I don't think it works like that.
They got a good law team.
They better have some money, because I think the only reason Pocket Pair, the company that was able to, that was the ones behind Power World, I think the only reason why they were able to survive that lawsuit is because of the money they made off of Power World. In order to afford good lawyers. Like, I don't know where I don't know who is their publisher. They might get dropped. I don't know if they have the money to fight legal fees like this, but it's not a good look. But yeah, apart from the Power World Pokemon copycat, we do have a game called Blight that I thought was interesting. I did see a trailer for it like a couple years back, but it was more, at the time, I think it was just like under the radar, but now it came up again, and it's been taking a lot of shine in the limelight, and I wanted to show this with you guys. It's set in like the medieval era, and there are so I guess the best way to describe this is it's in the medieval era and you're fighting zombies. So like you're a knight fighting zombies, and you're trying to uncover what is going on in the world while also fighting through these massive groups of zombies and stuff like that as a knight. And this is going to have co-op. So you can either play this solo by yourself or with friends, up to 3 people. So I did send a trailer in the group chat. This is like the developer.
I think I heard of this game before.
You might have, actually, because at the time when they did show the first trailer, there was some hype about it. I think it was like a top 10 wish list game that too. I'm not sure where it is in terms of its wish list count now, but it's probably still up there.
I think it's good if they're mixing up the zombie formula. A lot of the zombie formulas, like modern day guns and stuff, them going back is interesting.
This is Knights and Zombies.
Looks like something new. Another game to check out.
Especially that it has a co-op. So, man, we all get it. All 4 of us could be playing it.
I'll tell you, I'm not getting it.
For Blight survival. First off,
God.
myself,
This man doesn't. I'm convinced Angel is not a gamer, man.
getting 1.5
No, he a
million
game. He's
viewers
just
this
picking and
is a
choosing what he gonna
massive
play. He gonna play every.
If there's no gun in it, Angel ain't gonna play it. I'm just starting to realize
Wait, this
that.
about behavior?
Blight in your house.
Behavior.
Only team that did Behavior.
So
We
it's
spent
an
a lot of
independent
time
studio
digging
that
into
was
the
working on this
original
game, and then
Blight.
Behavior. They got help
It
from
quickly became
Behavior.
clear that if we wanted to truly do justice,
From my
we
knowledge.
needed to take a step
Yeah.
back and rebuild our core
When I
systems
saw
from the ground
Behavior's
up.
name now, I'm not gonna lie, I got scared. Because you know Dead by Daylight, bro. So
Yeah, but overall,
Yeah, but Dead by Daylight still has a fucking cult following though, so
it does. But I'm saying bro. Angel, the best way to describe Dead by Daylight is they're like game log, but for horror. Anytime they update something, let me just tell you that spaghetti code gonna break something else.
nah, I gotta get Dead by Daylight more credit in that game log, because at least they don't be like trying to cheat niggas out there.
Yeah, that is true, and they listen to the community, so I give them that. They do come off sometimes on their dev streams saying, "We heard you, and this is what we're doing about it," and they show you what they did. You know, game log, they be telling you, "We heard you," and they didn't do shit.
we heard you.
Yeah, we got the ball guy saying, "We heard you."
Yep.
That's them saying that they heard us. Like, nah.
We heard you, my ass.
Man, Angel never gonna let this
player
go.
game.
Yeah, it's a co-op game, so I don't think it's gonna be like, you know, you can search for a match or something like that. But I think it's gonna be something like Left 4 Dead, but in medieval times. That makes sense. So like you play the story mode, and as you're playing the story, I guess people can join your match or something like that, or people, your friends can come into your match and play through the story with you. I think that's how it's gonna play out. But we never know until we see like an actual in-depth look into this game, which I think they said they're gonna do sometime near the summer. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I gotta see more of this to be able to like feel like know if I'm like really interested. I'm not against the game, at least what I'm looking at right now, but I need.
Definitely, I agree. I need more.
Well, like I said, they're looking at the summertime to do a more in-depth deep dive into the game. So I think that might be the summer game show, or maybe another Xbox showcase, because I know they do one in June. So we'll have to wait till then to see what they have in store for this game.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be keeping my eyes out.
Myself included. Well, I guess the last topic for today, none other than, you know, the first game of the year contender nominee, Crimson Desert. This game has been...
Don't forget Resident Evil, man. People saying that's up there.
Okay, but I'm just talking about this game. I've been giving it this spot.
Sammy, but the fucking...
Hold on.
He's about the fucking... Oh my God, I can see that.
What we're not going to do is act like I didn't give Resident Evil its flowers last week. Come on now.
He about to gas up this game like he did Arc Raiders.
Hey, rightfully so, and rightfully so. Look what Arc Raiders is right now, the number one multiplayer
game of the year.
Hey, I blame Shroud for that. If he didn't open his mouth, we would have been
never gonna be game of the year.
We would have been good. I never said it had to win game of the year. I just said it should have been in the category nominated with the other game of the year.
Get nominated. Sammy wasn't up there
because I blame Shroud for that. Shroud brought the negative press on that game.
All right,
yes, he did, bro.
Fucking power.
He did. The week he said that shit, everybody was going crazy, and then everyone started to look for faults in the game, but they couldn't find none because the player count just kept going up and up. Bless you. Watch next month when the game drops. Is the new map and a new arc. That game's.
I haven't even touched that game, and I got it for free.
You don't have to touch the game. The game's still. The
I'm
game's
just
still
I'm just
good,
letting you
bro.
know. I'm just letting you know.
Yo, Angel
The
make it look
game.
like the game got cooties.
Yeah, Angel making it look like just because he don't play doesn't mean the game's not hot. The game's still hot.
That's not my forte.
We'll let you know how the
It's
game
okay, man. Don't worry, man. You did play it. I told you to play it. You did enjoy it the couple times you did play with me. So, and it was on stream. So, I'll just say that.
I mean, it's all right. It's just I don't know.
You just too used to Destiny, man. It is what it is.
I'd like to do raid boss fights, man. I'm not a survival player, bro. That's not or extraction shooter.
But you can kind of low key do boss fights in that game too.
No, nigga, because if I die, all my loot is gone. Like, no, bro. Like I don't have that problem with Destiny, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. I don't lose my shit if I die. I do these boss fights to get the best shit, not lose it.
But that's what makes the game interesting. Just because you beat the boss, I'm waiting for you.
You know the good thing about gaming, there's so many games and genres, and every gaming genre ain't for everybody. So you gotta pick and choose what's for you.
Exactly.
It's true.
I'm an RPG player through and through.
Oh, exactly. So the game that's about to drop tomorrow is perfect for you.
I've been thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about it. I played Black Desert, and look, I enjoyed Black Desert. Okay, I might talk shit about it, but I enjoyed it. I just didn't like that the end game was PvP. I wanted a mixture of it being both. Like I wanted to be I wanted to do raids with 24 people type shit and dungeons and shit like that to get the best loot in the game, not PvP. So this is a PvE single player offline MMO version of what Black Desert is. My thing is, can I play as a wizard or the wizard in this game? Like, do I have? There's
magic. There's magic in the game.
There is magic.
There's multiple characters too.
Yeah,
you don't just play as one character. There's like 3 different characters.
Hold on,
do I buy it? Do I buy it?
Yeah.
Do I buy
I know
it?
that.
Do I buy it?
No, you said yes to? You confirmed that?
Yeah, they showed it off.
I didn't see that part. I must have.
One dude.
Nice.
One dude, so you have the.
Are we able to show that video right now? Because I thought it was just the one guy.
It's multiple videos. There's a woman.
Oh, okay.
She looked like she got a gun and a sword, like a rapier type.
Well, okay, we already know which character Angel choosing.
And she looked like she got a.
See, he didn't even deny it.
She's probably like swift and whatnot, but she apparently they said she requires like good execution or something like that. So I don't know if that means she'll be the highest skill.
Yeah, probably.
Then you got the heavy guy who had the axe. He looked like he's gonna be like the brute.
I don't like brutes.
Can do heavy damage and whatnot. Probably more tanky build.
I like tanks, but not big, heavy tanks.
And then you got the guy that you seen. He looked like he's gonna be the all rounder. And I think
I'm probably gonna be playing with that.
Run with the all rounder.
Steam says this game unlocks in 17 hours.
Yep, I already downloaded it. So another thing about this game, it is massive. Like I told you guys in the chat, it literally took me like 2 hours to get this game installed because one, at first it said it was like 300 megabytes. I was like, it can't be 300 megabytes. And then I downloaded the 300 megabyte download that it offered. Then I was looking online to see, okay, maybe this is an error. People were like, oh, it's like 80 gigabytes. People were saying it's like over 100 gigabytes. I'm like, I need 200 gigabytes because some guy said it was like 230 gigs. I was like, there ain't no way. So I literally went through my hard drive and moved everything from my internal to my expansion storage. Then I had about like 200 gigs. I was like, all right, ain't no way this shit's gonna tell me I can't download it. I put it to download, but that shit all together, moving things and then downloading that took me 2 hours. So I have it installed on the Xbox. I sent you guys a picture so you guys can see, but the thing I wanted you guys to take away from that picture mainly was the fact that it's 120 gigs. And the CEO from Pearl Abyss literally said, you know, it's a big game. It's 120 something gigs right now that you can pre-install, but he said there's going to be a big day one patch, and he's saying that the game should be around when everything's installed close to like 200 gigs.
Okay.
So I'm like 200 gigs on a single player. I'm kind of like, this game's gonna be big.
Pause.
Yeah, pause on that. But you know what I mean. I don't think I've seen a single player game in this size in terms of file size.
Games are starting to take up too much space, especially with these consoles only having 500 gigs, like PlayStation 5.
I mean, I got a terabyte, but that don't even mean shit. Because once I download this, like, I only have like 600 gigs to use because it says a terabyte, but like 200 gigs is used for the
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got to start giving us 1.5 terabyte consoles because I know at least I'm getting a terabyte back.
If the open world is that big, as they've been showing, it makes sense. It's one, the open world is huge. You know, obviously they said there's like a bunch of stuff. There's like a bunch of 20-something different mounts. You can ride dragons. You can ride mech.
This shit is buffering.
It's back.
Okay.
I bought the game and it started downloading. And yeah,
the game.
I noticed that shit started crashing. Like, whoops, let me pause the download until we're done.
Right as you were talking about it.
This man just bought the game. This man was on the fence just 2 seconds ago.
I was on the fence. I was on the fence.
The way to your decision.
Yeah,
one, I love RPGs, and two,
it was a file size, wasn't it?
And two,
it was the girl in the game, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't the girl in the game. Truthfully, I haven't even know. I'm going into this game. I ain't really watched the trailer other than the trailer that we watch on stream. But I do know I played Black Desert, and I like the mechanics and the abilities and whatnot. So decided to give it a try, and also give me something new to stream because I've been not streaming because I don't want to stream Speedstorm. Truthfully, I don't anymore, and this will give me something new to stream and to test out my my dual PC setup now, because now I'll be able to play a game at full max settings and not have to worry about sharing resources with OBS.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be people who are gonna be looking forward to your game, to your gameplay. I mean, people just going to be looking at the Crimson Desert footage in general, but your unique playthrough, you know, people definitely want to see that.
Angel, you been running this on max settings?
Or at least the highest where I can still run at a stable 60 FPS.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm sure that's going to be pretty close, though.
You never know, Andrew. You might actually end up fucking with the game so much you might like it more than us.
Right?
Maybe.
You'll be asking us if we got to this part in the mission or some shit. Yo, you guys are lagging behind. We're supposed to be up on the same mission together.
I'm still in the beginning, man. Hold up.
Angel could be like, I didn't even sleep. I just kept playing.
Well, I mean, the game is releasing at a perfect time because
6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. for me over here.
6 p.m. Eastern. I get out of work tomorrow. I don't gotta work Friday. I'm off because of my scheduled 3-day weekend, so I can pop off a pretty nice stream tomorrow, and just stream Crimson Desert.
Good. Angel, the reason why I think it's actually a good thing that you bought the game is now all four of us could talk about it.
Yeah, and review it together.
Yeah,
it'll probably take us like 2 weeks to review this though, guys. Like, is massive. If it's a 6-hour prologue,
listen,
like,
bro,
holy shit.
I'm not rushing through the game. Like, I'm just
saying like an early preview, and then like when we get to the end of the game, obviously we can give it a full review. But
sure.
Also, I think this is gonna be the first game I attempt to do the full playthrough on stream. Because I've tried other games and then I kind of stopped. So I think I'm gonna try to actually play from start to finish.
Oh, you didn't even stream Expedition. I forgot about that.
No,
he did stream it.
I streamed one day, but like I was like, my characters were too OP for the like ultra hard mode. So I was like running through motherfuckers because there was a new game test.
See, that's one thing I was like thinking. I was like, damn, Angel, he got all his like fucking the little points and stuff. You got your bills set up, so like hard mode isn't gonna feel like hard mode.
I mean, you could always restart it and stream it in French.
This nigga, what?
Why not? That's how the game, it's in France.
Man, that's something you wanted to do, Sammy.
Hey, it's out there. Why not?
Streaming in French is crazy.
I would still do it, but I gotta wait till I beat Crimson Desert.
And then you're gonna go right back to Arc Raiders.
Sammy,
Suck Arc Raiders off.
You gotta beat the original playthrough, man.
Hey, don't watch that.
Oh, you never finished the playthrough? Oh man, get this man out of here, bro. All right, we are terminating the stream right now because that's crazy as hell.
This man about to pop on Crimson Desert, and he ain't.
Yo, he's gonna get on for one day, bro, and then get right back on Arc Raiders.
Hell no! I already let everybody know. Like, this is gonna be my main game I was streaming until I beat it.
Okay.
At least the main story, like the side quests, that ain't gonna matter. Like, I'll play that off stream, but like the main story, up.
But I mean, all in all, it sounds like we're all getting the game, so that's good. We'll all be able to talk about it. I guess
Let me just say this, Nano. Might as well just buy the game, because you getting the physical edition. There's no way 120 gigs is gonna fit on that disc.
Well, you still gotta install the game regardless if you get the physical edition or not.
Yeah, so might as well just get the digital version.
No, did you not just hear me? I like getting physical game. It's my preference.
Just holding the game key card at this point.
I don't care, bro. I like having the box, and I like having a disc.
Oh, you like having the box and the disc? Okay.
Whoa! Whoa!
Like having the box and
I get it, gaming preservation, because I mean they be taking games away.
That doesn't mean I don't download
Shout out to
games
Anthem
digitally, but if I really want the game, like certain games, I just want to get.
I wonder if they have a collector's edition for this game.
Hey, it makes more sense to get a physical copy of a game than like a Funko Pop. And people collect Funko Pops. Not there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying, like, the same way people like to collect, Funko Pops or whatever kind of collectible. Like, hey, some people like physical copies. You get the box. You get the.
There is a collector's edition.
I got the deluxe edition.
Same. I got the deluxe.
Damn,
but you know why I think this game is so big?
You looked at what's into the game.
Look, I bought the $100 version of Black Desert when it came on Xbox.
No, not the $100.
I don't buy standard editions to any game. It's always either the deluxe or ultimate editions. Even if I don't fuck with it, because maybe one day I will want to return. At least I'll have all the content because I got the season pass or whatever with it.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Big baller status.
It's all text, right?
It sounds like every one of us are gonna get it, maybe at different times. I might not get it day one, but
Caleb, don't do that. Don't do that, because that's how it happened when we was playing Expedition.
I'll get it day one, but I can't play it until I'm finished with Octopath Traveler. But fortunately,
don't do that.
Fortunately, I am at the end game.
Oh, good.
So that shouldn't take long.
Yeah, me and Angel won't spoil it for you. I know Angel's gonna fly right ahead of me because I got work the day after, but I'll be playing it.
No, I won't be too late because I mean, unless I non-stop stream it for the next week to beat it. I mean,
you gonna pull it?
My goal isn't to beat it. My goal isn't to beat it ASAP. My goal is to enjoy the game, so I'm in no rush to beat somebody else.
Me either. That's why I told everyone, hey man, if you don't see me playing Arc Raiders on stream for a while, it's because I'm playing this.
Like I said, somebody could buy the game day one, but if they only got 1 hour of free time and they can only play games for 1 hour a day, it's going to take them forever. Somebody who gets the game a month later might beat it.
That's a fact.
Just do it at your own pace when you can. But I'm definitely getting it.
I will say I'm not going to take 6 hours to do the prologue.
Yeah, maybe with exploring that it can take as long or short as you want to, because you can go from point A to point B, or like in A Legend of Zelda, straight to the final boss if you want to. But and then some people they like to explore the area because they enjoy the exploration versus just going to checkpoints.
I'm trying to figure out how it took them 6 hours. Because it took majority of the reviewers 6 hours to do it.
Because reviewers are not fucking gamers. That's why.
No. I'm not talking about like reviewers in terms of journalists. I'm talking about like YouTube gaming reviewers.
Because
they could be looking at stuff like, oh, let's see if the what's it called, the picture, because you can take pictures in some games. Let's see how detailed the skin on this character is. Let me get in picture mode. That might take some time. They might just be like walking around, looking at the town and all that kind of stuff, and trying to interact with NPCs. And so yeah, that adds up.
I mean, you know what? This game was supposed to be a sequel MMO to Black Desert. So the fact that the world is this big, I'm not surprised that it's taken everyone so long to get past the prologue, but still.
Well, this was supposed to be an MMO?
Yeah, and they
it was supposed to be like
within like 2 years of the development, they switched it, and they're like, no,
People are never
gonna make
happy.
it single player.
If a game is too short and only 15 hours, it's too short, need more content. I spent $60, $70. I should at least get 70, 80 hours worth of gameplay. All right, then there's a $80 game that you get 300 hours of gameplay. Oh, it's too long. It's too big.
Whoa.
I don't mind a game being long.
Hey, yo.
Oh, hold on. I said a game being long. Caleb said it was too big.
Shit, bro.
What it was referring to. Y'all know.
Yo, Gerv, I never heard that in a minute.
I think if this is a game, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth of content.
I think so too.
For sure, man. For sure.
Mecha Dragons is crazy.
So it's gonna be very interesting, man. I don't know. We got to see if it's gonna be.
No, I'm gonna be really upset.
Instant game of the year contender. We'll see, man.
Yeah, this and Resident Evil so far. But the fact, like I was saying, Angel, the fact that this was supposed to be an MMO and they switched like I think it was 2 years or 3 years into development and making it solo. That's why the game's so massive, like the world at least.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what made him change.
Fortunately for me,
I don't even know.
Fortunately for me, because I
can look
worked
it up
so
real
much recently, I got 10 days off of work, man. So
damn.
I'm
okay now.
Going crazy.
And then I'll put the video before all of us.
First, right?
I won't spoil anything. Obviously, everything I say.
You gonna beat the game on easy mode and then tell us, oh,
that's crazy, Sammy. That's crazy.
I don't maneuver like that.
And then he gonna talk shit about us. Oh, you guys are pay to play.
That dude.
No, he said that about. He said about Angel specifically.
But yeah, that person is taking off my name. Talk about 1 week. What the fuck? Yeah, you got 1 week in your name. You just fucking gassing me up. That's all you doing. You glazing me.
Hey man, listen. Shout out to my boy. But hey, I guess. Go ahead.
This is why I like it when games only have one difficult. Like it's a hard game, and the developers decided, everybody's got to play on the same difficulty. Because I don't like it when there's like a game, an action game that's supposed to be challenging, and then people play on easy or story mode. Like there's story, easy, normal, hard, extreme, or whatever. It's past extreme, and you got people playing the game on story mode. Like that's so like.
I mean, some people, that's how they enjoy the game, man. I mean, that's their prerogative. Not for me, but I understand everybody has a different, perspective. Everybody have different skill. So Caleb, some people might not be able to have the reaction time you do, man. You might just be that much more skilled than them. Man.
But the problem I have is because is they play on story mode or easy, and then they get on reviews and talk about, man, the game was too easy. It wasn't very challenging boss fights. Like you're playing on easy, maybe that's. It's like you ain't really experienced the boss fight. You playing on easy, talking about the bosses were too easy. I breezed through.
Yeah.
All right, tell us what difficulty you want.
Someone saying that, the game was easy. I just beat in like 2 days. I'm like, here I am struggling to go through a parry system on the hardest difficulty. You tell me you beat the game already?
Yeah, it's like you're. they make the
way it was
game.
intended, bro. The hell
Hey,
out of here with
man,
that shit. And you
no.
and in the process try to spoil the game for me. Like I had to not look at the group chat anymore, like for a whole week because of him.
It's
I won't say
just
his name, but
that's why I get it. But I think more often than not, man, people. Oh, dude, I don't know the gaming culture, bro. Right now, I'm not happy with it. I'll just say that.
And the worst is journalists. They'll take points off and deduct games because they're too hard for them. It's like, what? This is what gaming is about.
So
it's like, what the hell? You guys aren't gamers.
Listen, man. Well, hey, let's get into the closing statements, man. It looks like we all excited for Crimson Desert.
Yeah, we were talking about Crimson for multiple episodes. We don't need to drag it. But it looks like we definitely gonna get it. And anybody watching us, I'm sure, them hearing the good stuff we put in front of them.
That's a Khalid, man. Your finishing statement.
Finishing statements, excited for Crimson. Whenever I do get it, it definitely seems like a game that's up my alley. My type of game. I like my action games. It's like an action RPG, so it's gonna be fun. Yeah, man. Just gonna try to enjoy the rest of this month. But yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got. Man.
Okay.
Not too crazy.
Mr. So Suave.
Man, you know what time I'm on. I got time tomorrow or time today, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm going to be playing this game. I've been holding out for this game, waiting for the last 6 months, 6 years patiently since it first got announced back in 2020 by Pearl Abyss, because I came from a game called Black Desert. So for me, this was a shoo-in. I was like, no, I'm playing this game too. And it's going to be like a MMO style game. And then, ultimately they turned it into a single player game. And then my eyes went wide open because I was like, shit. It's now a single player game. The last single player game that I enjoyed that was an RPG was a game called, I'm not gonna say it because Nano gonna get on my ass. But it's from the same studios that made Monster Hunter. I'll just say that. I enjoyed that game, so I was like, man, this game. See, look at him. He's already laughing. So I was gonna enjoy this game the same way because the combat. If there's anything about Pearl Abyss, they know how to make games with good combat. So I'm excited for tomorrow. 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. for wherever Caleb's at, and 3 p.m. Pacific Time.
Wait, so does that mean if I get the game physically, I could get it before the digital people?
No, because technically you'd still have to download to get in.
Okay, so it's just a flat 6 p.m. or for everybody.
Yeah, because isn't that how it works, Angel? Wouldn't you still, even if you have the disc, you'd still need to install, and then once you have the game installed, you'd still have to wait for the time limit to come off, right?
You gotta wait for the game to unlock in the store. Yeah.
Wait, would it work like that? Maybe he might be able to play it before us.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Damn. Okay, Nano.
I haven't bought a physical game in so long, but
same.
I'm gonna go to the store, or I'm gonna go to Walmart tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys know.
It's probably in Walmart right now.
It probably, well, it definitely is. It has to be there, but I don't I buy it right now. I don't.
Maybe one of these guys might give it to you. He's like, yeah, go take it. Don't tell him I did it though.
Nah, but
yeah, that's it for me.
My finishing statements is decided to play Crimson Desert. I got time today. I'm gonna try to get through Octopath Traveler as fast as I could, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. I gotta see about the Game of the Year contender thing, but hey, in due time, we'll be able to review it. So I'm excited for it, man. There's a lot of other good games coming out that I'm looking forward to, like Pragmata and Sorrows. So I definitely have to finish Crimson Desert, but I will play it as much as I can. I like playing through my games. thoroughly. So I know I'm definitely gonna be putting over 100 hours in. But that's my finishing statements, and I'll leave it off to you, Mr. Angel.
The Poppy of Speedstorm. Oh, great podcast, everybody. I'm excited to stream this Crabs Desert tomorrow, guys. So I will be live when this game comes out. You know, haven't streamed a Thursday in a couple months, so it's gonna be interesting. But it's a new game, so you might get some new faces. So it's gonna be nice. Hopefully, we don't get no trolls. Yeah. Other than that, divisions this weekend, knockouts. Fuck. What else? Mind you, blank. Oh, for everybody that follows me, I did make a new channel on all platforms for my DJ stuff. So, if you guys, want to follow me on there. I haven't posted any videos yet. I'm probably going to do one soon. And that's basically just DJ stuff, but it's probably going to be also me learning how to do this from start to finish. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week for some more gaming news. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. And have a great rest of your night.
Yes, sir.
Stream cut shot, but the vibes there. Clips can't catch it the same way. Si tú sabes, you know all good. Next one stream, that's how you understood. That feeling. That's timing. But me miss him for still is. Miss one night, you feel this shit for me miss. Yeah, you have to be there for this. CrashOut, what toss?